Bullshit! They're killing already born babies! Stop fucking lying! God fucking damn it! I'm getting pissed now.
Happy Monday.
I don't like Mondays.
Whoa, what a hot take.
Yeah, it's a fun radio bit I'm going to do.
That's so fun.
How much I hate the weekend being over.
You should post stuff on Instagram about it.
About the blues I get on the Monday?
Oh, another Monday. Oh.
Yeah, my Instagram would say, ate too much sugar last night like a fucking fatso in a froyo place, and I can't sleep.
Is that right?
Fucking 1:15, I'm still looking at my clock.
Because you ate froyo?
No, I drank coffee all day.
I was drinking... well, that doesn't keep you up, though.
No, it does not.
That's like warm milk. That puts you right to bed.
No, it doesn't. It makes my throat clogged.
Oh. I was drinking orange vanilla Coca-Cola. I get very excited.
Is that new?
Oh, yeah.
Sounds awful.
It's great.
It tastes like Orange Julius.
Julius, your brother. I don't know. It tastes like a creamsicle in there.
Oh, creamsicle, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was because I get very excited when new sodas are introduced to the world.
Can't wait till you start losing toes.
From diabetes?
Oh, yeah. Semaphore toes.
I check now when I go to the doctor. I make sure the blood sugar level is exactly where it should be. They say no problem. I go, okay, then no habits will change.
I thought you were doing dieting and going to the gym.
No, I didn't say I was dieting.
Oh, you're going to the gym?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
When are we going to go together?
No, we don't go together.
Let's do a show workout thing. It'd be fun.
Troy, you like that?
That sounds fun.
You think that sounds fun?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, unfortunately, we're all members of different gymnasium facilities, so
We'll all
it's
meet
not
in
going to
one
work
gym
out.
and have fun.
That doesn't sound fun to me.
It is fun.
Yeah, okay.
Travis,
I mean, I would watch.
you wouldn't go and do it?
Well, no, I don't gym.
No, he doesn't.
No.
No, he doesn't. But
I'll sit there and eat like an entire frozen pizza.
You would.
you would be a great support to have there.
Oh, yeah. I'd be like, you guys look great.
Hey, what'd you have for breakfast?
This morning?
Yeah.
Brownie.
Did you?
I mean, they're there
Where was it?
in the office.
Oh, is it good?
Yeah.
It sat there all weekend.
Yeah,
He had
Kim
one
baked
on.
him and sent him over.
He had
Sorry,
one
we
on
got
actually
brownies.
Thursday. He had one on Thursday, and then the brownies sat from Thursday to today on the desk.
They're packaged up. They're fine.
And then Travis went like this before the show. Oh, brownies for breakfast because he just saw them, and he ate a full brownie. I'm not
good.
that bad.
You want one?
Have a
No,
brownie.
I'm fine.
You want a brownie?
I don't know.
All right.
Yeah,
I love
no.
brownies,
I'll
but
have
not
one for
week
both
old
of you.
brownies. You have another one?
Yeah, I'll have another one. Sure.
Yeah, could you have another one and pour a little bit out for your homies, Jim and Sam? Just sprinkle some brownie crumbs on the ground.
There's nothing worse than a fucking shit stale brownie.
Oh, it's terrible.
But these were wrapped in plastic tight.
Yeah, these are still very good.
Right.
Very moist.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just have a beverage every now and then. It's nothing crazy.
I love walking into someone's house and they have a stack of brownies.
You like that?
Fuck yeah.
Will you help yourself to just one?
No, I won't. I'll literally eat until I have to shit.
Jim just sitting there on the toilet eating a brownie?
Yeah. Just watching the process repeat itself.
That's right. That's right.
Make a little room, eat a brownie. Fucking pig boy.
Oh, today is a good Monday, though, for all the New York City kids. Because Silly de Blasio already canceled all of the New York City schools.
What a fucking panicky ass.
Because they said there was going to be snow today. So they canceled all the New York City schools last night. And all the snow, like down where I live, or up where I live, we got a ton of snow. Westchester got hit hard. New York City, Midtown, there wasn't not one flake.
Dude, the streets. No, I had snow where I was on the east side, but there's plenty of. It's fine.
You
Right.
can never tell in Midtown. They're so good at cleaning that shit up.
They are. They are. But not a ton of accumulation anywhere in the city, really.
No, it was nothing.
We got a lot in Staten Island.
Right. I figured that like Staten Island, probably Jersey, like all outside the city.
Yeah.
But that's the best. When you wake up in the morning and you're like, school's canceled. First of all, you find out Sunday night that school is canceled. Oh, my God. And then you wake up and it's not even snow outside, so you feel like you snuck one through.
Yeah, but you're going to have to make, but then you're going to fucking make up for it at the end of the year or
Who
lose a day
cares?
anyway. But you don't think of
No,
that
you
in the
don't.
moment. Don't you have to make up for it if you take too many days?
No, yeah. If there's a lot of snow days, then you have to make them up. But they build a few.
Yeah, you get like 3 or 4 for free.
I remember calling out sick, like when you tell your mother you were sick and not go to school. There was that weird your day would consist of like, you'd sleep in or you'd hang out, watch The Price is Right. That's how you always knew you were home from school, when you were watching The Price is Right, eating lunch. Like,
And it was the best.
it was the best, but then as the day started to drag on at like 1 o'clock, you're like, fuck, I'd be almost done with school. And then at 2:30 or 3 o'clock when school was over, you'd be like, oh man, I fucked up.
Yeah,
I fucked up because I can't go out.
right. You can't go out. Plus, all the shit that you were going to do anyway, you're still responsible for.
Yeah.
So it was always up until, like, you're right, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Once kids started coming home from school, or once it was almost time for school to be over, you went, why did I do this?
And The Price is Right always meant you fucked up. Or you were not where you were supposed to be.
Because but it was
11:30 a.m. it was on.
It was still fun time though, because it was before lunch. That morning that you have off, the morning is the best.
Yeah, mother would bring me a bologna sandwich with some soup.
She would.
Yeah, some minestrone.
Same
a bologna
soup that
sandwich.
Misha Barton was served in The Sixth Sense. I just want to keep my Jimmy my own. Oh, don't worry, Jimmy, I'll take care of
What
you.
a fucking horrible play. I hated
in The
that
Sixth
play.
Sense,
Yeah.
Misha Barton's play that she did on video.
That was the one murder I totally understood. Her mother had to hear those stupid fucking puppets.
Enough with the marionettes.
I'm gonna poison this bitch.
Mom, I came up with a new show. Oh, fantastic, sweetheart.
Oh yeah, do the one about grieving mother. Have some soup.
Yeah, man. So I was sitting there. I was drinking my orange vanilla Coca-Cola going, this is great. New soda. I'll taste it. This is going to be amazing. And then watching the big HBO doc last night.
I'm very disappointed. I didn't realize it was on last night.
The Michael Jackson doc.
Yeah.
Leaving Neverland. Not Finding Neverland. Leaving Neverland.
I didn't even do anything. I just went to dinner with a friend and came home. I
We
did
had some froyo.
I did. But I mean, I didn't. What time? What time is it on? 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock, yeah. It was the big 8 o'clock show. It was on at 8 o'clock. They did the first 2 hours tonight, or last night. They're doing the second 2 hours tonight. But I'm telling you, man, first you watch the first half hour, and you're going, okay, they're stretching this out clearly. This is the one that was at Sundance that they had therapists and whatnot in the movie theater.
Yeah,
because they thought people would be so emotionally disturbed, which really did feel like one of those like 70s horror movie gimmicks.
Of course it is.
You know what
It's
I
a
mean?
gimmick, yeah.
There's vomit bags in the seats in case you can't handle it.
Yeah, except it was wet naps. 'Cause-
No, I know why.
okay.
You didn't have to explain. It's disgusting.
Well, no, if people are eating popcorn.
Oh, I see. But I'm sitting there going like, okay, half an hour in, they are really stretching this out because they got to get 4 hours of it because there's a part 2 tomorrow night. But by the end of it, it picks up right about 30 minutes in. And by the end of the 2 hours, I'm sitting there going, what the fuck do they have to cover tomorrow? This is insane. It's a lot of detail, Jim.
It was structured wonderfully.
It was, I mean, it's a weird way to say that, but yes, it was.
It was. It's a well-made documentary.
That's better.
It's a well-made
I like structured
documentary.
wonderfully.
It was structured wonderfully.
Yeah.
Kids are talking about getting raped by the king of pop. What do you mean structured wonderfully?
I mean,
Wonderfully
the story-
is the wrong word.
Yeah.
The story, not
What was the matter? You were able to edge all the way through it?
It's not a wonderful story.
I never said it was a wonderful story. I said it was structured wonderfully.
It built to a delicious climax of sadness and ruined childhood. at the
Yeah,
end.
what the hell are you talking about with your words?
It was structured
I'm just
wonderfully.
saying it doesn't start with, hey, Michael Jackson fucked some kids.
You know,
Travis reviews child porn. That's what he does. This was a wonderfully structured picture with the man in the mask coming in first.
Just saying.
that is how you're coming across right now, Travis.
I know a lot about
Wonderfully.
bad childhoods.
Please.
Wait.
Your mom left when you were 20.
I know.
Wade Robinson is over there getting fucked by Michael Jackson at 7. Yeah. Come see, come saw.
Whoa.
So,
Number 9. What a terrible fact.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
We'll get to that tomorrow.
Maybe we'll get to it or tonight. It starts off, basically, they really, really try to lay the groundwork. Now, there is some doubt in this documentary because while it certainly goes into the detail in these two kids or two guys now stories that the R. Kelly doc goes into, it's only the two guys' stories, meaning they don't have it's the two guys that are saying this happened to me when we were kids. It's their families And that's it. That's who they talk to. They don't talk to, Michael Jackson's inner circle that are finally going like, look, here's what was going on. They don't talk to other kids that say it didn't happen to me. They don't talk to anyone in this thing except for the two guys that say it happened to them and their families.
Wow.
And these two guys are on record in court
from years ago
as defending him.
Oh, right. They did. They both said he didn't do it.
They both said he didn't do it. And there are stories about Wade Robson specifically having something to gain. Like he was having financial troubles at work and whatnot. And when he first, in like 2011 or 2012, when he first came out and turned his story around and accused Michael Jackson, first of all, obviously it was after Michael was dead. And second of all, the first thing he did was file a lawsuit. So, of course, you've got people going... Financially, he's got something to gain. He tried to get a book deal. It didn't go, but he tried to get a book deal out of it. So there is that part to it. But...
Why aren't they interviewing the inner circle?
They said that they didn't... And this is a bad quote to anybody that's putting this movie in doubt. Not that I'm one of the doubters. I'm just saying, presenting this side. They're saying that... I believe the filmmaker said they didn't want to confuse the story. Which... Now you're starting to
documentary is supposed to get both sides.
Precisely. So there is that. But what they are saying is this is not a documentary about Michael Jackson and what Michael Jackson did. This is a documentary about the stories of these two kids that were paralleled. Which it's like, okay, that is... You can get out of it that way. If you're just telling the story of these two kids in the movie... But it was really, the detail was really fucking horrifying.
Yeah, it was
big if true. It was really, really bad.
I'm looking forward to seeing it.
And I watched it, and I wasn't. I mean, I guess I can be gullible on television with television shows.
You think?
But I watched it going, I believe them.
Oh. Before you, okay, I'm the rest of the down. You just reminded me of something.
Yeah. I didn't. Yeah.
To murder you for.
We'll get there.
Oh, I know what it is.
Yes.
I'll get to it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You just about your gullibility.
So they start the thing talking about how Michael Jackson, because it's no secret that Michael Jackson had all these little kid friends, right? He was hanging out with kids all the time.
Yep.
He had Corey Feldman, he had Webster, Macaulay Culkin.
And they think people say, he's like a big kid. He didn't have a childhood. His childhood was stolen by his father. He was in the Jackson 5. Joe Jackson rubbed a fork on his cheeks because he had acne.
Right.
And you're like, well, he didn't have a childhood.
Exactly. So you got
He didn't hang out with a lot of fat kids, though, did he?
No. It was all in shape kids. He liked little dancing kids.
Not a lot of little fatties.
Little athletic kids is who he liked.
Not a lot of kids with acne.
Well, because what he would
pretty kids.
Because he would like to do, he'd like to dress up the kids as him. And he's not fat. He doesn't have acne.
That's true. He wants to look like him.
So he liked to dress up the kids as him. See, there's the little tiny 7-year-old Wade Robson dressed up as Smooth Criminal.
Yeah, and people thought it was really... Look how cute he was, that he loved kids so much. And what a lovely quality that the king of pop is like a big kid.
Dude, they showed these kids dancing. And it's creepy. Like, they showed these kids dancing on stage. And at 5 years old, Wade Robson is doing Michael Jackson pelvic thrusts. Pelvic thrusts. He is humping. At 5 years old, he's humping, and his mom is just there trying to get him into every dance competition she can get him into. That's another element that it was so reminiscent of. You remember when we were talking about the documentary with B? Abducted in Plain Sight.
Sure, with Bob Berchtold.
Right, you remember his name.
Can I not? I remember his technique.
Well, we were talking
the mother and the father. Aha!
Right.
Bob.
We were talking about how he romanced the mom and the dad.
That's right.
And that's how he got away with fucking the shit out of their kid all the time, right?
Yeah.
So you watch this thing, and as you're watching the parents tell their sides of the stories, who obviously believe their kids.
Sure.
You're going, where the fuck were you?
What a lousy fucking shit parent you are. And not that I wouldn't do it either for some nice gifts.
Well, that's what it is. The more you're watching, Wade Robson's mom is clearly somebody who wants to be best friends with Michael Jackson. She wants her own relationship with Michael.
By the way, do you know how mad the parents of fat kids must... Like, imagine like the kids like Wade or another kid, and then the one kid who was ugly, and the parents brought the ugly kid around, and then Wade and the other kid are on the jet, and you just stand there on the tarmac waving bye-bye. You and your fucking awful ugly kid. You're going back in a fucking... You're not even getting a limo ride.
Yeah, you start putting your kid on a diet and buying him fedora hats.
Yeah.
Learn how to dance, man.
Yeah, dance, you little klutzy nothing. Mama needs a new bracelet.
And the other one, too, they interviewed two kids. It was Wade Robson and this kid, Jimmy. And Jimmy's both parents got off so hard on seeing their kids on stage, seeing their kids in dance competitions, seeing their kids in commercials.
Like stage parents.
100% stage parents. And I'm sitting there going, I mean, my kid's only 2. But like I would feel uncomfortable. Just the part where they're showing this little 5-year-old dancing on stage and he's humping and all the fans in the audience are going, yay. I'm going, if that were my kid, I'd be like, get him off stage. Why are all these people looking at my kid? This is fucking weird.
Yeah.
This is too much. This is not right. But it's different for stage parents. So
that's what they want them to be doing.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, oh, he's just imitating an adult. It's like, you don't want your kid thrusting his pelvis.
Exactly.
Moving his little crotch.
No.
Little clumsy, dumb kid crotch.
You don't even know why he's humping. What the fuck you humping for?
Dancing. That's Michael Jackson dancing.
Yeah, but Michael Jackson, well, apparently, according to this documentary, he said he hadn't yet.
And what?
Humped. Michael got into his first sexual experience, they said.
Oh.
He told, well, we're getting ahead of ourselves. This thing is amazing. So, the one kid, Wade Robson, is an Australian kid. And
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And when he doesn't have an accent anymore, that's probably what you didn't know. But when he's 5, he's doing Michael Jackson dances. He becomes obsessed with Michael Jackson. He enters into a Michael Jackson dance competition. He wins.
He won.
He wins, yeah, because he's so great at dancing. And at 5 years old, Michael Jackson was coming to Australia. He won a meet and greet with Michael.
Because of the dance competition.
Because of the dance competition.
Little lad.
That's right. Michael goes, oh, you guys at the show tonight? And then Wade was like,
fucking Roland Jackson.
Exactly.
Sorry, Latoya was going to come in, but she can't. She canceled.
Cancel the press. Cancel the press. You can't.
Yeah, no, he's just coming at 11 o'clock from GMA. He's him and Joe Jackson.
They're going to come next loop around. Latoya's going to come in.
Would you guys take Tito as a favor?
So they go backstage for the meet and greet. They go to this Michael Jackson concert. Wade, little 5-year-old Wade, has the time of his life.
Sure.
They go backstage. They meet Michael. Michael goes, oh, were you guys at the show tonight? And then Wade goes, yeah, we were. And Michael goes, oh, I wish I had known. I would have brought you on stage to do that dancing. And of course, Wade's mom, super helpful, goes, oh, we're going to be here tomorrow night too. So Wade's mom in that moment is like, well, you can bring Wade up on stage tomorrow night. And so they go back the next night, and he does bring up Wade on stage, and because he used to do this thing. And this is where I'm sitting there going, okay, even if not all the stories are true, there's something going on here. Because in all these documentaries, in the R. Kelly documentary, and all the rock star movies and everything, you always hear stories about the rock star having a guy that would go out into the audience and give chicks passes, right? Like everyone. R. Kelly was
part
doing
of the crew, yeah.
Right. Yeah. He goes out. Michael had a guy that went out into the audience and gave kids passes so that they could get on stage and dance with him. And you're going, well, he liked to have kids dance with him for one of his numbers. That's fine. Yeah, cool. It's literally the same thing R. Kelly did with girls.
But after, I mean, that was probably you had to, like, when you're trying to molest kids, you got to get them on stage because you have to have the parents involved at first, too.
Exactly.
So you can't just give them backstage passes. If you bring them up.
Yes.
And I guess that the parents come back after, and then everyone kind of hangs out, but at least you and the kids are there with the parents.
Dude, he worked the whole thing. He would bring the kid, he brought the kids on stage, then he brought the parents back, then he started saying, like, oh, like being friends, just friends with the kid and the whole family. I'm friends with the whole family. Oh, let's all go on vacation together. He brings the whole family on vacation.
He'd bring the parents, too.
Of course. Oh, the whole family goes to Neverland. Everybody's having such a good time. The whole family's at Neverland. The guest quarters, very far away from Michael's bedroom at Neverland. Oh, why don't you let Jimmy, we're going to watch movies tonight. We're going to eat candy tonight. We're going to keep playing, blah, blah, blah. Why don't you let Jim, oh, Mom, can I sleep with Michael? Oh, let Jimmy sleep with me. And the parents have been worked to the point.
And they also don't want Michael to disapprove, but it's your own kid.
Right, they don't want Michael to disapprove.
Are you supposed to stop your own kid from getting fucked, even if it's a celebrity?
100%.
I mean, I know, like, I want Ozzy to like me, but I wouldn't want my kid to fuck him.
Yeah, like, oh, if I don't let Ozzy fuck my
You
kid.
get jealous.
Is that? I would.
Yeah.
Why can't he stay with me? Why don't you go back there, listen to some records?
I mean, you should have heard this stuff. One kid, Jimmy goes on tour with Michael. Michael's like, why don't you let Jimmy come on tour with me all summer?
How does that call happen?
He goes, oh,
Who calls the parents and says, look, we like your son?
Michael does, because they're friends. Michael goes, fuck it, it's summer vacation. Why don't you? And you can come with him.
Does he tell them? Oh, that you said you can come with him.
Oh yeah, the mom can come with him.
Oh, okay.
But guess what? Once we're all really good friends. Oh, this is what Jimmy just sleeps with Michael every night. Jimmy just goes and sleeps with Michael, and unfortunately, Michael wants to put Jimmy's mom up in the nicest suite in the hotel. Unfortunately, it's all the way across on the other side of the hotel, very far away from Michael's room, very far away. And the mom's just like, yeah, man, this is where the suite is.
They gave her a nice suite?
Beautiful suite.
That was their excuse. That was his excuse.
Beautiful suite, first class travel, limos. But unfortunately, the nicest suite in the hotel is as far away as you can get from Michael's suite. And the kid's going to sleep in Michael's suite.
That's so great. Now, would Michael paint it where there was other kids? Hey, there's a bunch of us staying.
No, because there was one special friend. At first...
Did they make it look like he was sleeping in another bed?
No.
He didn't even get two beds?
No. At first, it was the King of Pop has a king-size bed.
You know how there's not two kings? It's Michael Jackson. He could have had a second bed put in.
Yeah, he pushed them right together.
Well, yeah, for
big
appearances.
Bed. No, one big bed. At first, he would go like, it would be the guy, like, and his sister, for instance. Wade Robson and his sister would fall asleep. It's Michael, it's Wade, and his sister. And they would fall asleep watching movies and eating junk food and whatnot. Okay. Then the sister kind of goes away. And then it's just Michael and Wade.
Think Michael had good junk food in the fucking...
Oh, they showed it.
What'd they have?
Fucking everything.
They did, right?
I'll
tell you one thing. If you're a kid, Michael Jackson's candy offerings must have been a home run.
Dude, he had a movie theater in Neverland.
Of course
he
did.
Get the movies before theaters gets them. And he's got a whole snack, like it looks like a concession.
Wait, he would get the movies before theaters? That's funny.
Yeah, and he'd get them, it's old school, so he'd get them on film, obviously. But he'd get the film, and he'd have a projectionist, the whole deal. But...
like kids' movies he wanted to see?
Whatever he wants. They said, what was the... I can't remember what... They said what movie they watched at Neverland, and it was one of those 80s, like...
E.T.
No, it wasn't even a big one. It was like the knockoff of Short Circuit or something like that. No, it wasn't. The Accused. Probably would have been a little on the nose.
Yeah. The Woodsman.
But then they showed the concession stand at Neverland Movie Theater. Every candy you could ever imagine.
Oh, they had a concession stand?
It's amazing.
Was there a person working there?
Not when they showed it. No. It was on the house though. It was free. All the candy was free. So, they keep it moving, but this is, I'll play you some clips. This is when Michael was on the plane with Jimmy. This was after, I think, the first show that they went to, and he flew Jimmy and his mom on a jet, or maybe this was after the Hawaii trip. He flew them all to Hawaii.
Okay.
And they're on a plane together, and Michael turns on the audio recorder. And so they actually have all this stuff. It's amazing how much archival stuff they have. But this is Michael and Jimmy.
Why did Michael give the kid the audio?
The kid probably had the recorder.
Oh, okay.
Like it wasn't like a secret. And it's not like this isn't so much damning as it is you get to hear the way Michael would kind of interact.
Right.
I remember the plane being quite empty. And I did this mock interview with him. He said I could ask him anything I wanted.
We're in the air on our way home from Hawaii. Thousands of feet in the air on this DC-10. I've had a wonderful time with Jimmy.
I swear to fucking God, I thought that was the kid. I thought that was the kid.
I same thing. I saw this last night, and I was like, okay, that's Jimmy talking first in my head just now. And he goes, I had a wonderful time with Jimmy.
Yeah, what a fucking dope Michael was. Thousands of feet in the air, what, the big shiny magic thing?
On a DC-10.
Oh.
Don't you come in my hand, you cocksucker. I'll rip it off.
That's later on in the tape, yeah.
Oh, let's hear that again. I swear to you, I thought that was the kid setting up the interview.
I got to start from the beginning. Oh, wrong mouse.
Oh, now.
I remember the plane being quite empty. And I did this mock interview with him. He said I could ask him anything I wanted.
We're in the air on our way home from Hawaii. Thousands of feet in the air on this DC-10. I've had a wonderful time with Jimmy. Are you taping? Sure. You can ask anything.
I was just playing reporter. And he never gave interviews. So it was kind of like, sure, you can interview me, but nobody else got interviews. So it was also a big deal.
How did you like Hawaii? What was your like best thing?
This kid sucks as an interviewer.
Being with you.
How do you feel about performing and stuff? Do you like it?
I love performing. It is the greatest thing in the world because I feel at home on stage. I could live on stage. I'm the most happiest when I'm on stage and when I'm with Jimmy Safechuck. But the best commercial of all the Pepsi commercials is the one that you and I did. And I'm not just saying that. That's the best one. Because it has heart. Every time I see it, it makes me smile.
So he met Jimmy on a Pepsi commercial.
Ugh,
Jimmy
wonder
was
he
the
liked
kid.
kids. He was a fucking stupid asshole. What a fucking plain idiot Michael was.
Jimmy
I
was-
like the plane. It's so high in the air.
Yeah, like you're Michael Jackson, your biggest pop star in the world, and it's still a marvel that planes can fly.
Yeah, that's your insight. Me and this fucking kid, I enjoyed dancing in a Pepsi commercial.
Thank God nobody ever did interviews with him.
Yeah, he was
nothing to
awful.
say.
No, and he blew it every time. What did you like doing? Sleepy with the boys. Martin Bashir's like, what?
What?
He blew it. The second he started talking, he blew it. Couldn't help himself.
But I mean, did you hear the way he was talking to Jimmy? That's like the way you talk when you're in high school and you're trying to get a girl to like you.
Dude,
my
it's
favorite
exactly
part was
what I would've
being with
said.
you.
Yeah, just being with you. That's what you say when you're trying to fuck somebody.
100%, right? That's I'm
Yeah.
sitting there thinking that, like, he goes like, my favorite. Nobody even asked him about the Pepsi commercial. You know what the best Pepsi commercial is? The one me and you did together. What?
It's exactly what I would tell a woman. What's the best part of going away and doing the gig? Was that you were with me.
Yeah.
And it wasn't.
Usually not.
No, it was doing the show and then fucking you. What's the worst part? Talking to you after.
But you don't get into all the specifics.
You don't say that.
No. Well, Michael, he's the same. He really is a smooth criminal. He knows exactly what to say.
Yeah.
And then
Is there more of this riveting interview? This kid
No.
wrote his questions down.
no.
What was your favorite part? Do you like pineapple? Shut up.
But I'm sitting there going like, they air this interview, and the interview was the first time I was like, that's a little much to look away from. That's a head scratcher. The way he's talking to him, the way he's being flirtatious, and like, oh, I just like being around you. I'm going like, that's fuck
Yeah,
language.
he's working him.
Yeah, he's working him. And I didn't realize 3 minutes later in the documentary, all shit was about to hit the fan.
By the way, that's when Rob asked me my favorite part of doing the live show in Philly. That's what I said to him.
You did.
It's being with you.
Being with you.
That's right. These are the best live shows, the one you're at.
Yeah. I like being backstage and talking to you about
Yeah.
the shows. It's because it's me and you together.
Yeah.
I think that's fine.
Little Robbie in his hat.
Yeah. You know what I like? You know what my favorite hat is? The one you wear.
Yeah, when you turn it sideways like you're a little b-boy.
I think you're just great. I think you're terrific.
I hate Rob's fucking shirt length.
Of course you would. It's very, very
The
short.
collared shirt, and he's leaning forward. His underpants are still showing.
That's right. Rob, he gets he takes his collared shirts to the tailor and says, "Can you make a half shirt out of this?"
Yeah.
It's not true.
Can you go ahead?
true.
Can you make this half
It's
C?
tiny. You're down there fixing the guy's mic, and your fucking underpants are showing from the back.
Well, do you not like it?
Hate it.
Oh.
Usually, people who are like Rob's size, they have to get their clothes
Yeah.
like tailored and everything. But for Rob shops at Rob shops at the short and squat store.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I got a weird body, I guess.
It's a nice
like-
body.
It's
Yeah.
a nice bod, but
Weird socks, pepperoni nipples. I don't have a nice bod.
hey.
He does have pepperoni
You have
nipples,
like 8
doesn't he?
toes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do.
Oh my God, webbed toes.
Fused toes.
Rob is a mess.
Michael would have thrown you back.
Uncut.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. Unclipped.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, there's just skin everywhere. His cock between his toes.
A lot of extra skin.
You know, yeah,
Unclipped.
plenty of flesh.
Oh, yeah.
Clothes on, Michael probably would have been like, "Oh, let's get Rob a perm. Let's dress him up. Let's
Yeah.
put the Thriller jacket on him. Let's get him all kinds of
Get some
Michael
clothes
stuff."
that fit.
Right, but then you take your clothes off, and he's like, "Oh, what the fuck did I get myself into?"
Then he would have fucking licked Rob's brown manhole covered nipples.
You think Rob would have been a one-night sleepover?
Oh,
Absolutely.
forget it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He would have had just Rob eat his ass while he jerked off and looked at pictures of other people.
Like he wouldn't, none of the Michael Jackson charm.
No.
It would just be like, I don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah,
Rob.
Rob was
Go
like,
to
"Can I have
the
some
training
candy?
room."
You're going to get fat."
Yeah, exactly. Michael, can we watch another movie? No, Rob, the movies are over.
It's time to go to bed. Go back to your mother.
Yeah, exactly. Rob would have been right back to the guest house. Rob would have had to walk right all the way through the hotel to find that other suite.
He would have tried to like do this foot fetish thing where he fucks the feet, and then Rob's socks would have came off and his dick would have wilted. His fucking vitiligo dick would have just shrunk.
Why don't you swim back to your mom's suite, web toes? You fucking merman.
I think you would have liked them.
Me or he?
He.
Oh, okay. Okay. Why?
He.
Oh, okay. Okay. Why?
No, he would have thrown you back.
I think he would have thrown you back.
You're a mutant.
Too. Yeah.
You are a mutant.
Yeah.
He would have treated you the way fucking Peter Dinklage's father wanted to treat him in Game of Thrones. Damn it.
What's wrong?
It's just too weird.
It was an obscure reference.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I don't watch Game of Thrones.
I got it.
Peter Dinklage, he's a little guy, so.
His dad doesn't like him.
Wanted to throw him in the ocean when he realized he was born a dwarf.
That's too bad. So you think Rob came out? First of all babies come out uncircumcised.
Wanted to throw him in the ocean when he realized he was born a dwarf.
That's too bad. So you think Rob came out? First of all babies come out uncircumcised, but Rob's dad didn't know that, and he was like, "What? He came out uncircumcised and with webbed toes? In the drink you go."
It was his toes.
You think so?
Yeah.
Let the fish swim.
Yeah, because there's probably a mailman in the neighborhood that everybody makes fun of because he has webbed toes.
You think so?
Yeah, there's a guy who delivers the mail. He's a part-time mail carrier, and everybody laughs at the fact that he has a giant cock and webbed toes.
I don't want my son being that guy.
I'll take
in the water with you. How'd your dad know the mailman's dick was so big?
Oh, it's just a rumor. Someone saw him whizzing behind
Yeah, it's just a rumor. Come on.
I see. I don't want to say anything out of school. You're right. So you want to see where it gets...
Yes, I do.
This is...
hot?
Where it gets a little scandalous for Michael. Now, I didn't see all of this because I was too busy watching...
palm spitting.
No, not palm spitting. There was counter-programming on that really locked me in. The Jackson family was very, very smart. This came on at 8 p.m. last night. It had a running time of 122 minutes. In a hugely coincidental move that I'm sure was just parallel thinking, at 8 p.m. on Michael Jackson's official YouTube channel, a concert film debuted that was 2 hours and 2 minutes long. So the Jackson family...
How many views?
150,000.
That's it?
I think the HBO doc...
smoked it.
I'll say this. The YouTube video did not become a trending topic all night long.
Good. People were more busy watching them fuck kids.
That's what they were watching. Yeah. When he starts singing "I'm Staring at the Man in the Mirror" on stage, you go like, "Oh wait, let me go back to that kid fucking."
I'd rather
doc.
stare at the boy in the bedroom. Hear what he has to say.
Well, here's what he had to say. This was Jimmy talking about when things got a little bit closer than the airplane interview.
Michael and I were in his room. He set it up like, I'm gonna show you something that everybody does and you'll really enjoy it. So it's like he was teaching you something new. And I remember my penis swelling up because I did it so much that first time. I must have done it a few times. And so I remember dipping my penis in warm water. Michael filled the cup up with water so I could pee. It was hard to pee. I don't have any unpleasant memories other than not being able to pee.
Oh.
It felt like you were bonding in a way. The tour was the start of this sexual, couple relationship.
Jimmy was 9 when he says this.
Why was he trying to pee into a cup?
He had masturbated so much.
Oh, he swole up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Michael was teaching him how to masturbate.
He did it so many times.
Yeah. But he's 9. He can't.
I don't know if I could have come at 9.
You can't. I don't even know if he went into detail with that too.
Yep.
He said that
swollen dick and a warm cup to whiz in.
Yeah. He said there was clear things coming out, but no actual ejaculate.
Right.
This is it's
too small a lad.
Yeah. That's why you're not supposed to do that with 9-year-olds.
No, it's frowned on.
It's so frowned on. It's actually against the law. I don't know if you knew that.
I did.
Okay, good. And then this is where, right after that, he starts talking about what Michael liked. And there are people who think that he came from sexual abuse, not just physical abuse.
Michael, maybe.
And when I started hearing about what Michael's habits are, I started to worry about not Jimmy from the doc as much as my pal Jimmy Norton and the things that he went through. Troy, tell me if any of this sounds familiar.
Michael would like it if you would bend over and like spread open your cheeks. That's what he liked.
No, wait. Not
What? You want to just give that one a slower listen, do you?
Yeah, no.
Let's go back and hear it again.
Yeah.
I didn't want.
By the way, for the record, Sam is massaging himself through his pants.
I didn't want you to think that I thought that Jim liked, Jim Norton liked to have kids spread their cheeks.
No, I don't.
It gets.
I can't think of anything worse than a fucking dirty kid's asshole.
Ugh.
Fuck that.
No. Well, Michael could think of a lot worse because apparently Jimmy's
Yeah, like
saying
a vagina.
he liked it.
Michael would like it if you would bend over and like spread open your cheeks. That's what he liked. And then he would masturbate. And he liked if I rubbed his nipples.
I get
So
that.
we would do stuff, and then in the end, when he wanted to ejaculate, he would finish himself.
I mean, that's pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, it's pretty close to what I do, too.
What do you do?
Have a girl lick my nipples while I jerk off.
yeah.
I do. Or tweedle them.
That's what. And then later on, Wade talks about nipple play as well. Like the stories that Wade and this Jimmy guy tell completely match. They could have spoken about it ahead of time.
Yeah, of course.
But they do completely match. And you're going like, oh, fuck.
Now I have an itch on my upper. I was afraid to scratch it.
No, you can't yet.
It's right there, just for the record.
Okay. All right.
On my waist.
It's very good that you clarified that.
Absolutely, because you don't want to be digging around your crotch during that fucking audio.
No.
That's the wrong message to send out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, they were going through the Neverland Ranch, and Jimmy was saying that they fucked in every room in Neverland. He was like sitting there. They went through room to room, and he was giving like a mental tour of Neverland. He was like, "Oh yeah, there was this movie theater where all the candy was outside. We had sex in the movie theater." And there was this train station that went all around Neverland. And if you went upstairs, there was a bedroom on top of the train station. We had sex up there. And then Michael, he had this bedroom, and there were all these big paintings. And there was a painting on the ceiling. We had sex in the bedroom.
They probably look up at the painting. Come here, I show you the painting.
There's a painting of Peter Pan.
Ugh, fuck Peter Pan.
And that's what he tried to do.
That's true.
Yeah, that was the issue. That was the whole problem.
What kind of creepy adult has fucking Peter Pan on the ceiling?
I think that's only really the beginning of Michael Jackson's problems.
Maybe, yeah.
If he just had Peter Pan on the ceiling, I'd go, okay, he's an artist. He's weird. But like, if he's really wanting to look at 9-year-olds' anals while he jerks off, I can't.
Wait, the train station was on multi-floors?
There was an upper floor of the train station. There's a bedroom above the train station. They had sex in there.
How big was the train set?
It was a human-sized train.
Oh,
he had a train that
made
went
to look like the front of Disneyland.
Yeah,
he had a train that would go all over.
Yeah, that went around Neverland.
Yeah, dude, Neverland was the fucking shit.
Okay, first of all,
but it was on one floor.
Jim has now ignored the whole thing we just heard. The most disturbing. I've never. That might be the most
train station. Okay,
that might be the most disturbing thing I've ever heard. The whole like.
It sounds like fun to be a boy on a train.
Show me your anal, and I'm gonna jerk off. And Jim is just going like thinking about his childhood. Going, this is why I think Jim was molested. He's thinking about his childhood going, oh, but there's a train station.
100%.
He's going, but
I found a picture of the older bully boy.
How old was he?
Just a year older than me.
Okay. How did that make you feel when you found the photo?
I just saw it.
It was just like, that's that guy?
Uh-huh.
But there's something in you that goes like, oh, but it would have been fun to ride that train.
No, I thought it was like a train set that you have as a kid.
Oh, no. No. This is, you might go like, oh, well, maybe Michael had a child's mind, so he didn't know what he was doing was wrong, right? He didn't know he'd get in trouble for it. I don't
believe that.
Well, yeah, this kind of blows that theory up.
He would run drills with me where you'd be in the hotel room and he would pretend like somebody was coming in and you had to get dressed as fast as possible without making noise. So not getting caught was a big, like, just kind of fundamental. It was very much a secret, and he would tell me that if anybody found out, his life would be over and my life would be over. And that's something he tells you over and over again.
That's like textbook molestation,
Sure.
grooming, right?
Doing drills. Jesus Christ, it's like a fucking fire drill.
Get dressed drills.
Yeah, the alarm would go off. They both put their clothes on. This is just a test.
Gotcha, Jimmy. Okay, take them off again.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you know, the one time the kid probably did something wrong, put his shirt backwards. No. Panicked.
Michael, what do you think Michael would panic?
Oh. Fuck yeah.
It's just Bubbles outside ringing a bell.
Oh, yeah, I heard that years ago that there was a bell or some kind of a thing that would make noise.
Oh, you did you?
Yeah, I think LaToya or somebody said that years ago.
Well, they talk about the bell.
The routine was we would get a blanket and lay it down on the floor inside of the closet next to his main bed so we could close the doors and have like several sort of doors people had to get through. It was just a hall that leads to his room. So there were bells, so you could have a moment of hearing them trip, and at least it alarmed him to when people are coming. There was like kissing and I think just kind of rubbing on each other. And then oral sex. And then he would want me to suck on his nipples, and then he would finish himself.
Is that legal?
No, what? I don't even know if this is legal. Dude, so
that's Neverland, or is that the guest house?
That's the train station.
That's just the train
That's
station.
not very impressive at all.
No, Neverland, they showed the blueprint for it. It's a very impressive house.
So do you think he would take Jimmy on the train ride, or the other kid, hey, let's go choo-choo, and then stop in the train house and run in for candy? Get a quick one in?
Get a quick one in.
Ugh.
Nipple play and a hand job. Dude.
Who are these fucking shitty people around him?
That's what I've always, especially as more and more of these stories come out, whether it's the Weinstein stuff, the R. Kelly stuff, the Michael Jackson stuff, I'm going, why aren't we locking up everybody that's around these people? Because clearly they have to have recruiters.
It's
I mean,
kids.
they talked about with Jimmy. He sent a camera crew at one point to Jimmy's house to interview him and have Jimmy do Michael Jackson dances on camera. But it wasn't for anything.
No, but that's also one of those things where you could say it's legitimate. Like, well, he might make something out of this, or it's like a tie-in with a project.
But when you're a staffer, if you're a full-on staffer, you know what the deal is.
Yeah,
staffers back then though didn't know because Jimmy was his first.
Was he the first?
No, he told.
Wait, Jimmy was the first or no?
Michael told Jimmy that Jimmy was his first sexual experience.
Ew.
I don't think that that's true.
No,
Jim Norton.
Why not?
I don't think that that's true.
No.
Travis was convinced.
Oh,
I'm just taking Michael at his word.
Yeah. Travis was convinced. I, unfortunately, was not convinced. This is where they talk about that.
So it wouldn't actually like ejaculate. It would be this like kind of lubricant without anything in it.
Ugh.
I've had that happen too. I hate that.
Sort of
He's a
out.
child.
I'm just telling you, I've had that happen.
For me, yeah.
It's disgusting.
Well, Michael would ejaculate. He said that I was his first sexual experience. And he would say that all the time. He's the biggest entertainer and he's a creative genius, and that creative genius thinks that you're special. What's not to like, right?
There's something really that seems legit because he's talking about how he liked it, like, or the masturbation kind of felt good or whatever it was. Like, there's
You're
something.
talking about this Jimmy.
Yeah,
totally.
He sounds like he's telling the truth.
Where they're sitting there, both Jimmy and Wade are saying that they didn't realize until they were adults that they'd even been abused. They weren't sitting there feeling like abuse victims as it was happening. They're sitting there going, oh my God, the king of pop thinks I'm special enough to do these secret king of pop things that he's not doing with everybody else.
Right.
Which, first time. He really had his whole system rigged up. Yeah, he set up those bells just in case there was somebody to come over to do this for the first time. That's what I mean. Like,
how would the bells be? People would trip on them? How the fuck did that work?
They had bells that would go off because there were multiple doors before you got to the closet.
Didn't people wonder why the bells were going off when they opened the door? Ting-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Oh,
people fucking knew. The people who worked in that
then why
house.
were they fucking going in there? And why would there need to be bells if they all knew?
Because they didn't want them to see. Like, they knew, but it wasn't said.
It was unspoken.
Right.
Or if the parents come looking.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't they wonder why there's bells everywhere warning the kids?
Why we were fucking half a mile away in the guest house.
Yeah, they were
just
so
in
out
case.
of breath they weren't noticing the bells.
Yeah. The bells were like a worst case scenario. That was when they had to do the get dressed.
That
drill.
was DEFCON 3.
Yes.
We'll just unplug the goddamn thing. Yeah, I understand.
Right. So that's Jimmy's story, and then they move on to Wade, and Wade is telling Wade's story.
Is that the ranch there or the train station?
That's the first building. That's the beginning of the property.
Oh, there's a lot more than one building.
Yeah. It's like a theme park.
Yeah, that's just the train station.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's and the train would take you back to the house?
Yeah. When you first walk in, it's like Disney World. Like when you first walk in, that's the presentation.
I thought that was the whole place.
No.
Oh.
No, he wanted it to look like Disneyland. So that's exactly how Disneyland looks when you walk up to it.
Is it?
Yeah.
The train station? Yes.
Yeah.
With the big clock and everything?
Before you go into the actual park, yeah.
So he had the juice to have that made? Do you think Michael ever went to Disneyland?
I mean, there's footage in the documentary.
Of him in Disneyland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoying himself. I wish I could have gone to Disneyland with Michael Jackson.
I wish you could have too.
God.
I'd go today,
Oh my God.
Would they?
knowing what I know.
First of all, he's not interested in going with you today.
Absolutely
Damn
not. Fucking.
Just trying to get a free ticket.
So wait, would he have to wait out? Why would Michael Jackson stand there for 45 minutes on a line?
I don't think.
He's not waiting in lines, dude.
I don't think MJ would have to wait online, Jim.
No. You don't have to wait on a line if you don't want to.
Dice didn't wait on lines. You think Michael Jackson waited on lines?
No.
So Neverland is actually back on sale. You know, they realized this doc was coming out. Everybody was going to be hearing about this great Neverland place.
Right.
So they decided to put this place back on the market, but it's in Nevada. And instead of going for, it used to be $100 million. Now they cut it down to 30.
Now is the Ferris wheel still there?
I think they took it down.
No, all the amusement park stuff has been gone for a while.
Why?
All
So you used to buy it.
Because he wasn't living.
You weren't buying it for the amusement park
Sure,
equipment.
because it's part of the history of it.
$100 million for a Ferris wheel?
Wasn't he not even living there towards the end of his life?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he couldn't
so,
pay the
like,
bills on anything.
Yeah, I mean, that place has been deserted for a very long time.
Yeah.
So it's probably not that nice.
No,
I
it
think
has
the house itself was renovated.
Was it?
Yeah. Like, I think that the grounds are just fine, but like all that shit, all the zoo and the amusement park and all that
Bubbles
stuff.
is still hanging out in the forest somewhere.
Yeah, Bubbles,
They
I think,
could've-
comes with the property.
Is
He
that
does.
the renovated version or the original? The one we're looking at photos of.
I don't know.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure everything
I
is like
the floors.
somewhat maintained, but it's like all it's
Does
all.
someone clean it still or maintain it, make sure the windows aren't broken? Or
Well,
they're
sure,
trying to sell
somebody
it,
owns it.
yeah.
They're trying to sell it.
That's true.
But
I wonder if they turn it into a Graceland for him.
who's the fuck is going to every fucked a kid in every room? Who's going to Graceland? If you found out Elvis fucked a kid in every single room, you're still going to Graceland.
I mean, years got to pass.
It probably makes for a longer tour.
That's true.
He fucked kids in all the
I know he
rooms.
fucked kids.
People go on a Dealey Plaza tour. Sure, I could definitely see them going on this.
Yep.
A kid fuck tour?
Sure.
No,
You wouldn't call it that.
We did
Well,
it.
no,
and
you
they-
can't.
Jimmy said he got fucked in every room.
No, you wouldn't. They wouldn't say it's a kid fuck tour, but there'd be like little numbers the way the police put like next to shell casings, like by the closet by the pillow.
So if you know, you know. Or like on when you put the headphones on and they give the audio guided tour,
Yeah.
there's just a tone. Every time you step where a child was molested, there's just a tone.
Yeah, you just hear fucking this guy. Oh fuck!
Masturbating.
Right.
His
it's
voice.
just-
He does
you go,
the audio.
What does that mean? If you know, you know.
You know.
Yeah, no, they're not going to turn it into Graceland, man.
I bet you they do.
They won't because all this shit is gone anyway.
I bet you in 20 years, nobody's going to care about this. They'll be like, oh, it's just something that happened.
It'll
Dude.
be worse 20 years from now.
it will be worse.
be worse.
I know you think in 20 years everybody's going to be fine with pedophilia. You already made that clear.
I don't know about 20 years, but probably 50.
You hope.
I
Yeah,
mean,
while he's
dude,
still alive.
I mean,
Yeah, yeah, he's
exactly.
banking on it.
You can finally put out your photo collection.
I mean, theoretically, somebody can buy it and turn it into a Graceland.
They can theoretically, but nobody's going on a Michael
no, but like
Jackson
his
kid fuck
family's not going
tour.
to do it. Well, no, they're not going to use the F word. They wouldn't sell tickets.
Kid sex tour.
Yeah.
They're not doing that. They're not doing a Michael Jackson pedophile museum.
Michael
I bet you.
Jackson's anals tour.
They're not gonna because he looked at kids' anals in every room at that house.
it's not going to matter. Do you think Michael Jackson fans that are diehard,
Yep.
R. Kelly fans don't care?
No, I totally agree with
There's
Troy.
there's a small group of people. You're right. There's a
That's
group
a
of
small
fans,
group, yeah.
but there's right now
Small
peop-
group.
There's a group, but relatively compared to what the fans he had. BBC Two already stopped playing his music.
That's one radio station. I mean,
That's always one. There's
should-
always one that fucks you over first, and then all of a sudden the dominoes go because then everybody else is pressured.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the loudest group is not necessarily the biggest group. There's no way if he was fucking a kid in every room of that house that they're doing a Neverland tour.
No.
They'd be like, look, they took down the Ferris wheel, but we reconstructed a Ferris wheel to match the old one.
That's right.
So this looks just like the Ferris wheel where he used to bring kids on and fuck them on the Ferris wheel.
Yeah, we even put little throwback cranberry stains on the seats.
Do you want to go on that tour with the cranberry stains? Wouldn't that bum you out to see the cranberry stains?
I mean, look.
Or no?
If they reconstructed Neverland
with the cranberry.
The cranberry would bother me.
I might go the way you go on a tour of Auschwitz, like to look at a terrible place. But they do. They tour concentration camps. Like,
So
you're not praising anybody. You're looking at this place where all this fucking awful shit happened.
It's history.
Okay, it's his
story.
His story.
That's true.
So you would. Okay, all right. Okay, we're getting somewhere.
But
here.
you understand the tone. The
Yes.
tone of it would be different.
I'm glad we're brainstorming here. So
Would
maybe
the bells be there?
What's that?
Would the
you'd have
bells
to leave
still
the
be there?
bells.
Yeah.
Yes, you have to
The
make
what?
it authentic.
The bells.
Yeah.
Yeah, every
You'd
time
have-
you walk in, there's a bell goes off.
Tink-a-link-a-link. Ah.
Troy
have-
wants pure authenticity.
Sure, I don't blame him.
You'd have to
Yeah,
leave the
I mean,
bells.
They're not going to have like mannequins of him jerking off to a kid's butthole.
No, but they
there.
put like little mannequins of kids, like small kids, with
Right.
like their fucking one part of the shirt untucked. Like just so you kind of, but you can't have like real kid actors. So you have to have like those little fucking animatronics.
Right. Like in Disney.
Yeah.
He would love that. Yeah, maybe Jim's.
Boy,
maybe
is he lucky he died before all this shit.
Oh my God, this would have really.
His career.
This would have made it tough for him to walk around.
Yeah. People would have started to think he was weird.
But maybe, Troy, if we can compromise with Jim and we do open Neverland, but we literally say this is a horrible place of tons of child sex happen.
Yeah, it'd be a tour like a Holocaust
Auschwitz.
tour,
Yeah.
or like the Manson murder, like some bad place. It wouldn't be a good place.
So then no amusement rides.
No, you leave the train.
No, you have all of them because that's what it was.
Working?
Fuck it.
Maybe working, yeah.
I mean, what are you going to have? Amusement park rides that don't work?
You don't make it
Stupid.
but no wooing allowed. Like no, like woo, like you can't throw your hands over your head. Like it'd be
Right.
fun.
You can take like a sad Ferris wheel ride.
Yeah, they'll play sad music.
Right.
Yeah.
But it'll be sad Michael music. It'll just be his slow stuff.
Yeah.
Like it'll just be Ben will be playing on a loop.
Or the chorus of "I'm bad." That's all it would say is "I'm bad, I'm bad, I'm bad."
Well, yeah, here's the problem. They have to play the chorus because the opening lyric of that song is "Your butt is mine," which really takes on a
Is it
different
really?
connotation. Yeah, your butt is mine.
Is it your butt or your bud?
Your
Bud.
bud. Why would you say your bud?
Why would you say your butt is mine?
I can't.
It's butt. He's talking about little kids. Your butt
Troy
is
say
mine.
bud?
Troy thinks he's saying your butt is mine. Like,
Hey,
hey,
bud.
hey, I don't like you, but your friend,
Bud is
he's
mine.
mine.
I'm
I
gonna
didn't know
tell
that's
you
what he
right.
said. I don't know why.
Why would he say your bud?
I don't know. I don't
Like,
know.
I
I
don't
don't say butt.
Stole your friend.
But you think
Because he
was a-
likes kids. He likes to look at kids' anals.
And my Troy thought he was a beer drinker.
I hear that lyric totally differently now.
He's trying to grab somebody's Steve Weiser, that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he likes to look at kids' anals and he's singing about it.
But
know?
that song came out before he was doing any of this.
Yeah, this is grandfathered in. Remember?
Why do you Why do you believe the story that it's not clearly?
Yeah.
Jimmy's talking about a process
Yes.
that has already been set up for molesting children.
It's like a fucking. It's like Lucy and the Chocolates. There's a conveyor belt of kid fucking.
But how do you know it wasn't the first time? There's got to be a first time somewhere.
Because he wouldn't have already set up the process if it was the first time.
The first time he probably did it on tour in a fucking green room. The kid's parents went to the bathroom and he fumbled with it. The first times are probably clumsy and rushed.
Yeah.
But they weren't set up with a system.
Okay,
Here's
so
what
now
hap-
we're just not trusting Michael Jackson.
Here's what happened
Not
the first
saying
time. First time it happened, at some point Michael Jackson thought to himself, I got to get a fucking bell.
I need a system here because I want to do it so many times that he can't pee after. I need a system of protection.
Here's what happened the first time. I got to teach these kids how to get dressed quicker. This is fucking crazy.
Yeah, old fucking slowpoke Steve over here, fucking clumsily tucking. He's fucking the stupid kid's tucking his shirt in like fucking Private Pile in Full Metal Jacket.
Right.
All slow. Come on, Leonard.
He's trying to get an audience together to listen to Blame It on the Boogie. Meanwhile, this kid is taking fucking half an hour to put his pants back on. He's going to get in trouble.
All right, well, until somebody can come forward before Jimmy, I think Bad's grandfathered in.
Yeah, you're fucking off.
Maybe one of those kids was before Jimmy.
That's what I'm saying. He's got to come forward, though.
Yeah, the molestation started at Dangerous Era, period.
No, it didn't.
It clearly did
Started
not.
the Bad tour.
First
but
of all,
Bad
he was on
recorded.
tour.
Okay, you're right. Travis is right.
He's on tour for Bad.
He's singing about
He
what
hadn't
he's
even
doing.
started writing Dangerous.
Artists confess during their stuff.
True.
I'm smooth criminal. I'm bad. I'm dangerous. Come on, he's telling you what's going on.
You don't think when he wrote Your Butt Is Mine, he was singing about a little kid's anal?
Billie Jean, BJ.
Yeah. Billie Jean is not my lover. You know how he knows that? Because he fucks kids, not full-grown women.
Exactly.
Or
Billie
he's
Jean's a
just
lady.
writing about fantasies that he hasn't done yet.
He's singing Billie Jean to a parent. Billie Jean is 4.
Yeah, Billie Jean's not my lover.
Yeah.
Billie Jean's old and has hair down there. But he was confessing in all his music.
He was.
Yeah.
Dangerous and I'm bad.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm a smooth criminal. That's all confession.
Man
Right.
there, he's trying to change.
That's right. It's trying to change.
I got to make
Absolutely.
a change.
I got to make a change.
He's got to stop fucking kids, is what he's
Yeah.
saying to
He
himself.
can't.
Yeah.
He can't stop.
No.
So instead, he's like, I either got to stop fucking kids or I got to go to Home Depot and buy a shit ton of bells.
That's right.
And so which did he choose?
The bells.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I mean, we've only gotten to Jimmy stuff. Listen to poor Wade Robson, who's this little 5-year-old in Australia. He's obsessed with Michael Jackson. This kid, Jimmy, he's showing Michael Jackson his anal. He didn't even like Michael Jackson beforehand. He was in a Pepsi commercial. He wasn't even a Michael Jackson fan. Wade Robson was obsessed with Michael Jackson. Obsessed with him. He had pictures everywhere. He dressed up as Michael as a little kid. It was ridiculous. And he talks about how rapidly the sexual stuff picked up with Michael. This is when Wade was 7 years old. He's describing these things.
I mean, it escalated rapidly. So taking showers together and, fondling and kissing. So him kissing me, I mean, like full open mouth, tongue in mouth, kissing. He would put my fingers on his nipples and like tell me to squeeze them.
Jim.
And he would moan and react to that like it felt good. And
guilty.
I liked the feeling that was making him happy, that was pleasing him, And then Michael pulling my pants and my underwear down, pulling them off, and going down and starting to perform oral sex on me.
On.
And I remember him putting
7.
my hands on his head when he was down there. I'll never forget the feeling of his hair. That was rough, almost like a Brillo pad. Like
It's fucking
this
racist.
roughness. And he's down there and with his mouth on my 7-year-old penis.
Yeah.
Why the hand on the
It
head?
turned into having me perform oral sex on him too. I mean, to be honest and to be graphic about it, like, a full adult grown man size penis in my mouth, in a little 7-year-old's mouth.
Let me tell you
You're
something.
right, it's graphic.
It's
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
horrible. I literally had nightmares about it.
No, you didn't. Dreams.
Nightmares. I mean, this fucked me up last night.
What happened in your nightmare?
Don't worry about that.
I want to know. You dreamt somebody walked in and he couldn't get dressed fast enough?
Bells going off everywhere.
I mean, this is like horrifying. That people would even exist like this.
Yeah,
you
that
know?
was probably the worst part of the documentary.
Really bad.
Yeah.
Really bad. This is why there's therapists on scene for this thing.
Yeah. But
Now-
Jim wants to know why the hands on the head.
I don't know, man. That was his thing. I don't.
Did he want to feel like he was being forced?
Why, who ca-
You're
what
asking what a child
curious.
molester's like reasoning is.
Why'd he suck a little 7-year-old's penis?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
way worse
That's
than...
another fair question.
We're both going to tackle these questions, right, Jim?
Absolutely. I
That's
mean,
fair.
it was just struck me as in that whole thing of what he's doing, which is wrong and odd. That just struck me as odd.
Right.
And, it doesn't mean that the other stuff was normal.
I think the nipple play is odd.
Well, I disagree there. I like a full-grown person to do it.
Right. You like full hands, like grown hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I do need a nip play.
Nip play? Is that what you would refer to it as?
It's in my fucking profile.
What do you say? Like touch my nips?
I get off on nip play.
Yeah, man. It's
Rough.
really fucking rough.
You still like him as much as you did?
I mean, it's tough. I mean, but time will pass.
How much time passed?
He fucked kids in all the Neverland
it's
rooms.
terrible.
All the rooms.
It's terrible.
But
like you could go to Neverland and be like, look, we're not going to talk about any of that. Let's just look at this picture of Peter Pan. Yeah, this kid was saying he was looking at that while he was spreading his cheeks.
I know. I know. Look, it's a hard nut to swallow. But
Don't use that
exactly.
turn
Nice
of phrase. That's horrible.
all right, I take it back. I apologize.
That's disgusting.
But
I wonder what people like Kelsey Cook, because Kelsey is a huge, like, she loves Michael Jackson. And I'm like, you watch this, what's this going to do to your love of this person?
I was staying in the city. My wife was watching back at home, and she was like, because she loves Michael Jackson too. So she was like, oh, like we got up to him on the plane, right?
You guys were watching together?
We were watching. I mean, it's not at the same time, yeah.
No, but you were in different places?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Were you talking on the phone as you were watching?
No, we were just texting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And she was like, oh, I don't really like where this is going. Like, this is creepy on the plane. And then the when he's talking about the sexual stuff, that happens like 2 minutes later. So first she goes, oh man, I don't know if I like this. I feel bad for Michael. Oh my God. And the whole thing changed. Like, what the fuck? This is horrible.
So she hates him now or dislikes him?
I don't know. I'll have to ask her.
I wonder how do you turn on an artist that you love so much? I never cared about him either way.
A lot of people on Twitter were like, this is horse shit.
Yeah, I guess people don't want to believe it.
I was tweeting about it, and people were sending me like all the videos of Wade Robson when he was like from the years past, saying Michael didn't do anything, Michael didn't do anything, Michael didn't do anything. Michael did something. And they're saying that, Wade's lying, Jimmy's lying, blah, blah, blah. But these are really, really graphic things to lie about. Kevin in Philly.
Hey, guys.
Hey, man.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, so it was absolute chaos on Twitter last night. I tried to essentially say that Michael Jackson was a pedo, and there's a bunch of basically Michael Jackson apologists stalking me, yelling at me, trying to dox me, like find my identity. It is insane what's out there. So be careful. There's an underbelly of Troy Kwan's defending Michael Jackson.
I'm not defending Troy.
Troy Kwan wants to go to Neverland and ride the train.
Michael Jackson, I mean, look, the guy has a lot of fans. Yeah, of course he does. But, people just don't want to admit it. But both of these kids did say, I don't like that the documentary didn't interview people in his team who might refute it.
Yeah. There should be a lot. This documentary should be a lot more widespread if it's going to be the piece that finally nails this thing that we've been hearing about for all these years.
I'm okay with it not being two-sided.
Because you want all the details. You don't want anything taken away from all the fun
because
stories.
I mean, a documentary is telling a story, and this is their story. Like, it doesn't have to be a,
Yeah, but you know
tell it accurately.
You know the newsworthiness of what you're doing. Like, know that this is even more damning. Before this, Martin Bashir was the worst thing that had ever happened to Michael Jackson.
100%.
This is 1,000 times worse than Martin Bashir.
Don't disagree with you at all.
If you know that really, like you're saying you're telling the story of these two people, but the story you're really telling is, no, for real, he wasn't just kind of hanging out with kids. He wasn't being a little weird. He was a fucking pedophile. You gotta know, okay, maybe I wanted to tell these two guys' stories, but now I've got to tell this pedophile story. And in order to fully do that and not have all these people going, well, these two lied about it the last time. Yeah. Although...
Make it a 3-part documentary. It's HBO. Do what you want.
Yeah. HBO.
Well, I mean, HBO bought it.
HBO. Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just saying that,
like the West Memphis 3 doc.
Sure.
They went in deep with everybody around. They interviewed everybody that was accusing them. They told...
That's right.
Yes. Totally.
Everything. And it was just the story of those 3, but they still built the context of, we're not trying to make you believe one thing or the other.
Aren't there more kids they could interview too? People who would say he did not. They should interview people who said he did nothing too.
Yeah, I'm just saying that I'm okay with it because it's not a documentary about Michael Jackson, the person. It's not a documentary.
It's about
Michael
these
Jackson.
two.
It's about these two people and their specific stories.
So they get to a place at the end of the doc, or at the end of this part of the doc, where I think Wade... They both get to the same space, but at different... I mean, they run complete parallels. Wade shows up. He moves to Los Angeles to be near Michael with his mom. They move to an apartment in Los Angeles. But Michael doesn't hang out with them as much anymore. He said in the first year, he only saw him like sometimes, maybe 4 to 6 times. He does say in those 4 to 6 times, they fucked every time.
Yeah.
But he said, I only saw him 4 to 6 times because I showed up on the set of the Black or White music video, and I realized that I had been replaced. Wade said that he was no longer Michael Jackson's best friend because he walked in and Michael's hanging out with Macaulay Culkin.
Oh.
Now, the implication in this doc is there. Clearly, we just heard all this horrible shit from Wade.
Right.
Now we're going to think that Macaulay Culkin is the replacement. The other guy, Jimmy... was replaced by this 9-year-old who looked at Brett something, an Australian kid who looked exactly like Michael. This little 9-year-old kid that Michael was now hanging out with everywhere he went.
Oh.
Or maybe it was Wade. Maybe I have them backwards.
So
Either way, it was
fucking,
one was replaced by
got
Macaulay
replaced.
Culkin. One was replaced by this kid Brett. Now, the kid Brett has said, "I don't want to be in your documentary. I hung out with Michael for years. He never did anything to me.
Okay.
And I'll sue you if you make it seem like anything else."
Wow, okay.
Macaulay Culkin is saying, "I don't want anything to do with this. He never touched me. He never did anything to me. And I don't want anything." There's a little text screen that comes up that says Brett, whatever his last name is, and Macaulay Culkin claim to have never been touched or anything by Michael. Like a text screen comes up that just says that. But, we just spent the last 2 hours.
It was like the R.
listening
Kelly
in graphic
disclaimer.
detail. Right.
The R. Kelly denies all allegations.
Right.
I mean, look, maybe he didn't do anything to them either. It's either that or he did something and they don't want to remember it that way, or they want to just be known as someone who hung out with him, or maybe he didn't do anything.
Right.
To those, who knows?
And there's no mention of Corey Feldman. None whatsoever.
Yeah, I think you should interview people who weren't touched though too. Like if they're willing to talk about it, I'd
Right.
rather see that.
And if they're in
any documentary, where they're just showing one side, you're gonna go, he did it. But it's like the fucking Making a Murderer, where you watch it and all of a sudden it's he's not guilty because they're only showing you the not guilty side.
Yeah. They also didn't fully address why these two had lied about it in the past. They both did
Probably money,
address
right? Didn't they get money
to lie about it?
I mean, wasn't that when there's court cases going on?
Well, there was court cases. Michael was still alive. They were both still in contact with Michael, so I'm
and
sure
the
there
kid
was
described
money.
his dick. I mean, that happened years ago.
That's a different kid.
Oh, it was different. Okay, that happened a long, long time ago, right?
Yes. That was a different kid. And the kid that sued Michael after the Martin Bashir thing was a different kid, too.
Why is he not in the document? Maybe he wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I get. And I think that kid was found to be lying. That kid, because Michael was found not guilty in that case, I believe. So I don't know. But you're right. I mean, they should interview the kid who was found to be lying. They should interview, let's get to the bottom of this if we're going to get to the bottom of it, you know?
If there's a kid lying and he's willing to talk about it as an adult.
This is Wade, and he's talking about finding Macaulay Culkin. So this is how they frame Mac in the movie.
I believe the first time we saw each other after we moved was his black or white music video, which I was going to dance in. That experience was really hard for me. This was the first time I came up against the new friend, Macaulay Culkin. Macaulay was where I was, at my previous trips, right by Michael's side, every moment.
Okay.
And now I was
Culkin.
kind of on the sideline as far as being Michael's friend, and being his favorite. And that was really confusing. What did I do wrong? Like, he and Michael had all of the connection and kind of secret things that Michael and I had before. Like, I could recognize that. So there was definitely there was jealousy from me. I mean, hurt, confusion.
So that's how they frame the Mac relationship.
Yeah, maybe he didn't because Macaulay was famous.
Right.
And
I mean, that's
maybe
the
he
thing.
just had a thing for him and liked him, but realized this might be a problem.
Right. Like, these kids that he's working are hungry for fame. Macaulay Culkin's not hungry for fame. He's got it. He's the most famous kid in the world.
There's no power there.
Right. Exactly.
Right, and Macaulay's parents can kind of get him to the same places, like
He's already there. He's home alone. Like, he's the biggest in the world. And same with Corey Feldman. When Corey Feldman's hanging out with Michael Jackson.
He's very famous.
Very famous. He already had Goonies under his belt. He was good to go.
Right.
So I think that's part of it too. That he probably, and it's probably the smartest thing he ever did. Because if he had one of those famous people throwing him under the bus, then he's fucked. But
Yeah.
there's still that plausible deniability in this thing. But I watch it and
it sounds fucking terrible.
It sounds
I think he did
horrible. Yeah, and it doesn't make okay. What's the most logical explanation here? The most logical explanation here. If he's not fucking Jimmy in every room of Neverland, why is he taking him to every room in Neverland? Why is he hanging out with these kids so much? This is Jimmy talking about what a creep he was. This is the mock wedding ceremony. Michael had a mock wedding ceremony with Jimmy. And by the way, as he's talking, you won't, obviously it's an audio medium, but as Jimmy is talking, he's showing the ring. He's still got the jewelry. So he's showing the wedding ring that Michael gave him.
So we were like this married couple. And I say married because we had this.
He sounds like Doug Benson.
Ceremony.
He really does sound like Doug Benson.
And we sat down and we smoked pot.
I don't know.
So we were like this.
That sounds a lot like Doug
married
Benson.
couple. And I say married because we had this mock wedding ceremony. We did this in his bedroom. And we like filled out some vows. It's like we're bonded forever. It felt good. And the ring is nice. It has a row of diamonds with a gold band. The wedding ring. It's hard to go back to that moment.
Yeah, dude.
Why hard to go back to? It made him sad?
Well, because
or angry?
Now, as an adult, he knows he was abused. You know, as a kid, he didn't think he was being abused, but now he's like, oh, fuck. Like, Was
the wedding ceremony just them, or was there a person that performed that ceremony?
It sounds like it was just them, and they just filled out vows. But, like, there's so much stuff here. At one point, they said, because this is 90, 91, 89, he said, you know, when he was trying to contact Wade Robson, what did he call Wade? His little man? His little...
little one?
Little one. He called Wade his little one an applehead. And...
You're a little applehead.
Yeah, weird.
Thank God that none of these kids, that texting wasn't available for any of these kids, because they were talking about how they had a fax machine Wade Robson did at his house, and his mom was aware of it. Michael would just send fax after fax after fax. I want to see you. You're so much fun. Blah, blah, blah. Like, I mean...
right. No texting. That's right.
Yeah.
Can I please get another fax from little one?
Yeah, can I get another fax from little one? They said that they'd be gone for a day, and they'd come back home and look in the office, and just all over the floor, because, you know, faxes would spit out all the faxes that were sent, and they'd come home, and there were just faxes from Michael Jackson all over the goddamn floor. And you're going, dude. And you go, well, why wasn't Wade Robson's mom, why didn't she say anything? Like, you know, even if... Reed.
Come on, stop it. You yellow shirt.
Did you get a fucking hold of yourself?
Exactly. The one kid left outside the gate at Neverland.
Why are his thighs, though, so thick?
Yeah, he's beefy.
thick with two C's.
Yeah, he's a beefy boy.
I like a skinny boy. Reed is thick with two C's.
I want to hear from big one. Little one.
Yeah. Big one.
Thick one.
Thick one. Why don't you respond to my faxes, thick one?
Hey, thick one, go get little one.
Yeah. Thick one. Find little one for me.
Get out of the picture. You're blocking little one.
Reed was invited to Neverland to help set up the bells. That's what he did. He was the grounds crew. Big one. Put in some new bells for me. I like the tones.
So the kid...
So he's getting all these faxes, and you're going, my kids too. If my kid was 7, and a full-grown man, was just nonstop sending him faxes, even if he's the king of pop, I would hope that I would have the wherewithal to say, excuse me, king, please stop sending my kid faxes all day long.
I bet he was sending them to the parents too, though.
Well, it was to the family fax machine.
Yeah, hey, how are you? Like, it probably seems so legit because he's probably saying hello to the family.
Dude,
and
a lot of faxes.
Yeah, and he had a relationship with the family.
Well,
yeah.
Listen to what
Hey, Debbie, how's your hysterectomy? Whoever question.
I know you say, like, you would hope that you'd be like, what the fuck's going on? But you forget that this guy was like a god.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
and he's talking to the whole family.
He's talking to the whole family. He's going over to their house. He's hanging out.
And he has a reputation for liking, being friends with kids.
There's Elvis and there's Michael Jackson, and that's it.
So you would hope that you would have, like, you know, the foresight to do that, but I don't know.
Where he was going over to the house to hold, the neighbors must have not stopped talking.
He would hang out there all the time.
Yeah.
At the house?
I don't know if it was at Wade's house, but there was a whole thing about him just hanging out at Jimmy's house, sleeping over at Jimmy's house, eating dinner at Jimmy's house.
He slept over there?
By himself. Like, he just wanted to be a part of the family.
Where he slept over, not in the same bed as Jimmy.
I don't think at the house they slept in the same bed.
Right,
at Neverland, they slept in the same bed because that's where. Well, Jimmy said that he showed him his anal in all the rooms in Neverland.
I bet you that they put like a sleeping bag or another bed in there when he slept. There's probably some weird thing, but not weird enough where you'd be alarmed.
Like, Troy, you're going to go on a tour and see, like, oh, that's where they had Milk Duds. Like, Milk Duds isn't going to trigger something in your brain?
Yeah, I mean...
I'll be honest, I love Milk Duds.
They're great. But I don't want them for Michael Jackson's movie theater.
If I was a kid, I would.
Yeah, because, I mean...
I love Milk Duds.
And, you know, you don't know...
I blew my friends and didn't get any candy.
I'm sorry to hear that, Jim.
Love to have gotten a handful of Milk Duds in a first-run picture.
Yeah, your friends weren't even the kings of pop, were they?
No, they weren't. They were Budweiser shorts that smelled of mothballs.
Yeah.
Just tried to put it in my hiney and they couldn't.
How old were you?
6.
Oh, Jim.
So Travis and I were having...
Wait, they tried to put it in your hiney?
Well, the one boy did. I just remember my trousers being pulled down.
I don't remember hearing this story.
Yeah.
No, he hasn't told it.
This is a new one.
I think I've told it.
I don't think so.
I just vaguely remember being in the stairwell.
It's all coming back.
They're Budweiser shorts?
No, I think I had pants on. And they came down.
Oh, my God.
And?
Just wouldn't go in, I think.
Maybe. This is horrifying, dude.
I vaguely remember that.
It's really bad.
It's a very, very vague memory.
You got to get these. You got to get these things out of you. You have to get these things out of you.
That's what I was thinking when I was at the stairwell. No, I don't think.
No, you're right about that too.
I don't think it went in. I remember it not.
When you go to your therapist,
it was a failed experiment.
Is this what you talk about at your therapist?
No, it's why I don't have good self-esteem because I couldn't do it. Failed.
From a young age.
Yeah.
Failure.
Exactly. My asshole has always embarrassed me.
Here's Wade Robson's mom talking about, and this explains a lot of why Michael was able to get away with what he was able to get away with. And I think she speaks for a lot of parents.
I felt like he and I had a relationship outside of his relationship with Wade. I felt like we had something quite separate. I guess like a brother, a really close friend. He'd get really lonely, and we'd talk about that.
Do you know how much he must have hated those conversations with her? It's almost like when you're trying to fuck a girl and you have to talk to her awful friend. You're like, yeah, no, really? So work's been tough? Oh, my God, I'd love to hear. And the whole time you're just thinking, shut up.
Yeah.
You know how much he hated talking to the mother?
It was awful. It was like B having to have sex with that other girl's mother.
Yeah,
he didn't want to do that.
What is work like? Tell me what's happening with your coworker.
Or he would call hoping to speak to Wade, but she'd be like, no, Wade's not home right now, so how are you?
Oh, I'd be like, oh, I'm just heading out. Just heading out to do a tour.
Yeah, just about to leave. Just about to leave. Very, very busy.
Just going to smell the Ferris wheel. Yeah, that must have sucked when he'd call for the Wade and she'd answer. He'd be like, oh, for Pete's sake.
God damn it.
Oh, Wade's playing video games, so what's going on? He wanted to go, get off the phone, bitch!
You don't think they had a separate relationship?
I mean, he's, again, if he did
this is all true.
Yeah. And you have to say if, and I do not like the fact they did not interview other sides at all. But even though this is like really salacious shit and like really bad shit.
Based on the story of the movie, though, you don't think Michael had a great relationship with the mom?
No, I mean, again, maybe he did because he knew it was necessary.
It's baloney, though.
It probably was.
Probably baloney.
Sure.
Do you want to hear the Wade sang?
That's my deal, Wade.
Wade, we can take care of this right here in Brainerd.
Yeah.
We can take care of this right here in Neverland.
Yeah, I got some True Coat on my nipples.
Yeah.
No, you don't need that.
Well, I don't know. Do you want me to count the cars right now? Do you want me to count them right now? Just jumps on the Neverland train. Suspects fleeing the interview. He's fleeing the interview.
The molester's fleeing the...
Get this train rolling. Would it be too creepy? At one point in the doc last night, Wade Robson sings the lullaby that Michael used to sing for him.
Of course I want to hear this.
You want to hear that?
Of course.
All right.
And then he started calling me Little One. I don't know where it came from, but that became my name from him, Little One. It came with a song.
Oh, no.
That he would sing to me, like this kind of lullaby. Has anyone seen my little one? And then he would say, my little one is here.
Song sucks.
Horrible. That's why Michael Jackson had to work with a lot of songwriters.
What a terrible fucking song.
Quincy, can you write me a lullaby for Little One?
Yeah.
Quincy, what do you think of this? No, Michael.
It's not good.
It doesn't work.
How did it go? I just want...
Has anyone seen my little one?
My little one is here.
My little one is here.
Yeah, there's no story.
Yeah, then you've seen your little one. He's right there, fuck.
Yeah. Sing Ben again. just give me something.
Yeah, Little One is a really bad song.
You gonna still listen to PYT, Troy?
It's gonna take some time.
Pretty young thing.
Yeah, this is a bad one. This is not good.
Some of the clips are rough, huh?
Pretty disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's Samantha in Buffalo has an idea. What's up, Samantha?
Hi.
Hi.
I was thinking that, like the episode of Black Mirror, how they like tour all those serial killers and horrible shit, and like that's fine. And
Black Museum.
Like, Neverland can just be like an episode of Black Mirror. It can happen.
Yes, where it's like a serial killer museum except a pedophile. I don't know if pedophiles have the same je ne sais quoi and charm that serial killers do.
Yeah, they probably don't.
Serial killers. So that's what the takeaway from last night was. That's half. They still have another 2 hours to fill.
Yeah, you wonder what can they... It's probably going to be about the legal proceedings and the court cases and why did you lie. I'm guessing.
I would imagine. I would hope so.
They probably got that out of the way so everybody will watch part 2.
Yeah. A lot of questions are unanswered about like lying and all that stuff and what happened after. But yeah, I mean, we left it with the 2 kids being replaced by 2 other kids.
Right.
Who knows? Maybe they talked to a whole bunch of people in the second part.
Oh,
but
right, okay.
From everybody that saw it at Sundance, nobody's saying that anybody else was spoken to.
Not to mention, there's a Wembly concert tonight.
I forgot more counter programming is going
tonight?
up. Yes, tonight. So you guys,
Wembly.
You guys make the choice tonight at 8 p.m. Coincidentally, 2 things are airing on HBO. Part 2 of Leaving Neverland is airing, where it's Wade Robson and Jimmy talking about all the sex that Michael Jackson had with kids. However, on YouTube at exactly the same time, 8 p.m. Eastern, with exactly the same time length, you can watch for the first time Michael Jackson's concert film from Wembley Stadium.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to put on a hell of a show?
Sure did.
Do you want to take a look at the counter programming from last night?
You could do both.
Watch both?
Sure.
Well, I mean, you have HBO Go. You could literally watch everything.
You watch it all.
Oh, yeah. No, it's no problem.
That's a great strategy in 1990.
I mean, the concert that they put out last night is incredible.
Is it good?
Dude, you just watch the first, 2 minutes?
What's the opening song?
I don't even remember.
By the way, it really tells you a lot about Travis that he actually did watch the concert instead of the doc.
There was a doc last night?
Yes, there was. The clips that we've been playing, they aired when your concert was on.
Okay, that's my bad. I was watching the Michael Jackson concert.
I want to see the first song.
Okay.
How do you open a concert?
We have the link in the email, Troy.
Oh. I never saw him live.
Then this will be the great opportunity. Yeah, this is.
I have to shit, by the way, so we should break soon.
Once we see. There it is, Michael Jackson's counter-programming concert. It's live from Bucharest. It's the Dangerous Tour.
That got a lot of likes. Holy shit.
32,000 likes.
That's what I'm saying. The Michael Jackson fans are...
And 191 dislikes.
They need more than 32,000 people to save Michael Jackson at this point.
Watch him come out.
He used to play for stadiums. 32,000 is not...
That's true.
Not that impressive. He pops up like Rey Mysterio.
Wow. Insane.
Booyaka.
That's a good entrance.
Yeah, but I don't need I don't need... On one channel, you got a Michael Jackson pedophile documentary. On YouTube, he's trying to show off with a metal cod piece.
Yeah,
on.
I don't necessarily like the masculine stance. That wasn't his style.
No.
That was the Dangerous style.
They're wearing gloves. They're like Kiss fans.
Yeah, but, you know.
Yeah, they are, but...
He's just standing there. It's not even him.
Cooler.
Yeah. Michael Jackson fans definitely cooler than Kiss fans.
For sure.
Yeah.
Even with all this information
Michael
that's
Jackson,
out now.
Probably manlier than most of the people in Kiss.
That's not true.
Not more manly than Ace.
Oh, yeah.
They're crying. How come they're not happy to see him?
No, they're overcome with emotion.
Oh.
By the way, he is ballsy, Michael, for standing up on that stage with all them fireworks going off after the Pepsi incident.
He is literally standing there, not moving.
I wonder if he's got flame retardant gel on his hair.
That'd be a great troll if he just did that for an hour and 40 minutes and then went away.
Dude, they're loving it. I don't think they would care.
He's got a metal wedgie.
Yeah, he does.
They're just happy to be in his presence.
Why is he wearing a steel thong, Travis?
That was the style at the time.
Which was the style at the time?
Why doesn't he just start the song?
Sweet.
Maybe it's just a wax museum. Maybe it's like a Madame Tussauds wax sculpture that they put up there. Save some cash. He's very good at standing still.
He sure is.
It also helps that by this point he's had enough plastic surgery that he doesn't resemble a human being anymore.
Yeah, the nose.
I'm a lizard man.
They are just really cheering.
They like him.
I do this at the Comedy Cellar. I pop out from behind the piano.
And you just stand there like this?
For this long.
To be fair, this was 1992, 93 maybe?
And he looked the other way.
So probably 93 if it's dangerous. So nobody had quite seen the HBO movie yet.
He's taking his glasses off. Hope he doesn't drop them.
They hadn't seen the Martin Bashir piece either. What does he start with? Oh, he's doing his dance moves.
Yeah. I don't know what song that is.
Oh, yeah. Jam.
That's the song?
Boy, this was the big single for 93.
Does he actually sing or did he just lip sync too?
No, he sang. He probably has a backing track, but he sang.
I never liked his dancing. Who cares? Why would
His
I say
dancing's
that?
mainly for the kids.
Yeah. Oh, women are
Clearly.
crying. They're having a bad time. They want refunds.
I can't believe he's doing that stupid shit.
Why are they screaming? They're not enjoying the show.
It's a good song, though, right?
It's a great song.
Troy doesn't love it.
I don't like the song that much.
No.
Not enough to put up with the pedophile shit?
See, this is after the air I care.
Well, Dangerous is the crossover album, isn't it?
I'm still in on Dangerous.
Oh, yeah, I know you are.
No, I don't mean
He's
like I'm.
lip-syncing.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so.
It's amazing. He's been accused of molesting children. All I can mad about is lip syncing.
Yeah, who cares if he's lip syncing?
I know. There's another time he should have been doing that, but he actually did it.
I don't know. He might be really singing.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah, you're
It was
right.
a different time.
That's true. And they killed Willie Vanilli for that.
And you can hear his,
I mean, who cares?
He's the greatest performer of our generation.
What difference does it make?
He's okay. Ozzy's fucking entrances are better. When he came out fucking on the Speak of the Devil tour.
All right, well, if Michael Jackson starts throwing buckets of water on his crowd, then
Exactly.
I'll agree
Foam.
with you.
Throwing the cross down. Ozzy rules. All right.
He is great. I love Ozzy.
You do?
Oh my god, of course I do. How do you not like Ozzy?
Do you think the whole time he's performing up on stage, he's like, okay, let me make sure I remember all the lyrics. Oh, I hope nobody finds out I'm fucking kids.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope people don't find this out.
Oh. Yeah, it's a good show.
And it is cool. One of those little kids, I think Jimmy, got to meet Michael Jackson in a hotel room while he was editing the Moonwalker movie. That's cool to see. I mean, then Michael
Classic cinema.
looked at his anal for a while, so that's not as good, according to the doc.
We got Joe Machi, and we also have Sam Morril. Are they here yet?
Yeah.
Oh, they are. And I'm going to Orlando next week. Not this weekend, but next weekend I'll be at the Orlando
O-Town.
Improv. Yes.
Love it.
O-Town.
Love it. Troy?
Black Caviar in Boston at the Grand this Thursday.
Why don't you play at Neverland?
No, that's okay.
You don't want to right now?
I'm going to skip that.
Okay.
Scat one on tour.
Now is not the time. Okay, but where will you be?
At the Grand in Boston.
It's very, very
this Thursday.
exciting. Very, very exciting. We're going to take a break. We're going to be back with Sam Morril and Joe Machi. Stay tuned. I'm still only 80% sure that this is the song that I asked for and you're not fucking with me.
I'm pretty sure it is.
I think it is.
I think it is. It is.
They always took a long time to get those lyrics in.
Well, it was dance music.
Oh, I forgot. This is the part where we're dancing and
Yeah.
raving and whatnot.
I think we're doing drugs right now.
Oh, okay. It is the song. Okay. It is the song. Good song. It is. Prodigy's
This album's great.
The whole album is amazing. And not even ironically. I love this album. But Travis just came in during the break and told me that the lead singer of Prodigy, the white guy with the spiky hair, is dead. He died. He was only 49. They're saying the singer was found dead at his home on Monday, with British police saying that the death was not being treated as suspicious. The band, who were due to tour the U.S. in May, I would see Prodigy, they were due to tour the U.S. in May, confirmed his death in a statement remembering Flint, his name is Keith Flint, as a true pioneer, innovator, and legend. I would say that's fair. It sounds like suicide, right? That's when they say not suspicious. I mean,
Yeah.
it could be drugs, but these days,
Or natural causes.
At 49? What's natural at 49?
I mean, I think MCA from Beastie Boys died of cancer at like 45 or 46.
But he had cancer.
I didn't know you didn't have cancer.
I feel like they mentioned cancer somewhere.
They don't know yet.
You think he just had cancer? You had no idea?
Well, maybe he didn't tell people.
The jury's still out on that one. Maybe that's why he didn't have all his hair.
Because you mean he thought he had cancer back in the 90s?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. Sam and Joe can come in. We were just saying that the singer from Prodigy died.
I'm not that familiar with them.
This is them.
Yeah, I know who they are, but I mean, I'm not a big...
At 49, Keith Flint is dead. They found him in England today.
Hi, guys.
Sam Morril and Joe Machi are coming in. And they said that the death was being treated as not suspicious. I said, these days that sounds to me like suicide. You're getting more suicides, I think, than drug overdoses with these rock stars these days.
Yeah, they're a little sad.
And Troy, actually, his theory is that Keith Flint from Prodigy had cancer and nobody knew. So it might be he died of cancer and nobody knew.
Well, how is that not a possibility?
I'm not saying it's not possible. I've never heard anybody jump there. Like to go
Who died? Who died?
The lead singer of Prodigy.
Yeah, the singer from Prodigy. He died at 49.
It was literally like Eazy-E woke up and then like one day he's like, oh, I have AIDS, and then he's dead.
No, you're right. You're right. But
yeah, he had AIDS squared.
Yeah.
I don't think Peter Tork was public with his, was he?
Who's Peter Tork?
From the Monkees?
Oh.
But when he died, people were like, he died of cancer. You just didn't know he had cancer.
Right.
It wasn't like he died and they're going like, oh, as it turned out, he had cancer and nobody, including Peter, knew.
Well, maybe he killed himself or maybe and had cancer as well.
Nobody thinks he cancer.
No, the Prodigy guy.
I know the Prodigy cancer thing is made up.
Yeah.
There's no evidence that he had cancer. It doesn't say anything in the article about any cancer. There is just, he's dead at 49 and it's not suspicious. That's the only thing it says in the article.
Could have been a heart attack.
Could have been a heart
Drug
attack.
overdose.
Could have been a drug overdose. Could have been
Murder.
suicide. Murder would be suspicious.
Well, it's true.
What's a song that Prodigy did? Are they big?
Smack My Bitch Up.
Smack My Bitch Up was a big one.
Was it?
I don't know. Oh. Wow, I did not. I know this song. I didn't know that was.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally the only lyric in the song.
I thought it was "Snap My Picture."
Every song sounds like
I
The
seriously
Matrix.
thought it was. Yeah.
Yeah, except the awful scene in The Matrix that everybody wants to forget, that rave scene.
Which I forgot it.
I'm glad
I don't remember it.
It was like in the second Matrix. That's when the trilogy fell apart.
Yeah,
when they're all raving in the cave and everything, and you're going, "Oh, what happened?"
I
Raving
never
in
know
a cave?
this is the only lyric. I didn't know this was "Smack My Bitch Up."
You really thought it was "Snap My Picture"?
Snap My Picture.
You wonder why feminists hated your fucking boombox from you?
Who wants to take a picture of this guy? What?
Snap my picture.
Your mom probably told you that because she didn't want you listening to bad lyrics.
I thought that Warrant Cherry Pie song was about a great piece of pie.
Were you going to say something, Troy?
Do you know who else was on this record?
Who?
That did a song called Diesel Powered?
I remember that song.
Cool Keith.
I love Cool Keith.
I love Cool Keith, too.
He likes Ugly Betty, America Ferrara, right?
That's right.
Reminds her of one of those girls from down in the Bronx.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know Cool Keith was on this album. I listened to this album a lot when I was a kid.
I don't love that song.
There you go. The song is awesome.
This is Diesel Power, right?
That's right.
And what they would do is they'd play dance music, and then they just shout whatever the name of the song was. They go, Diesel Power, or whatever, and then they play dance music.
My stomach hurts.
This is such a crossover.
Because of the songs?
No,
or?
I'm just in cramping.
Do you maybe think it's menopause?
No,
Could be.
it was just a rough shit.
Oh, okay.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Just as bad.
Going upstairs.
I was at a club over the weekend. They had like a ton of candy in the green room, so I'm like doing bourbon, candy.
Was it the
beer.
Neverland Ranch?
I wish.
What kind of candy?
I wish. Oh, just disgust. Everyone that you hate yourself for eating like sour straws and like.
I hate those.
I love them, dude.
I hate sour candy.
I like sour. I like sour straws.
I don't want to make that face.
Is that the face you make?
It's fucking awful.
I wouldn't
sour
want to make
candies.
that face if I were you either.
No. So what club was it?
Tacoma. Have you done that?
No.
It's good. It's
Do you
a good
think?
time.
Oh,
Do you
wait
think
a
you
minute,
take
was in the,
advantage of the sweets, Jim?
I'm trying to think if I have done it. It's in Seattle.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I did do it.
Yeah.
It's Parlor Live?
No. It's
I
like 45 minutes away. Tacoma, man. Smells like shit. Home of Ted Bundy.
Hey.
Ted Bundy's
One
from
of the
Tacoma.
homes of Ted Bundy.
One of the many homes.
That's true.
That claims that.
I prefer his Florida residence.
You do. That's the Ted Bundy you know.
Yeah, that's the Ted I fell in love with.
And that Tacoma Narrows Bridge that is in the footage where it was going up and down in the wind and it
Suspension
collapsed. Yeah.
I don't remember.
Mackey is like a forensic files expert. Like you can cite any episode and he'll be like, "Oh, that's season 2, episode 5."
You love it, huh?
Love Forensic Files. It's so much better than reality TV because it's.
Has it taught you how to commit crimes?
Yeah, because it's murders.
Well, I wouldn't admit it if that's not falling for that one.
Always put a glove on so there's no fingernail residue in the hiney hole.
That's a good tip, Jim. Is that where you get your aggression out, Joe? You watch shows about murders and rapes and things like that? You
No,
like that?
it's very interesting, and it's there's nothing fake or added about it because it's just a half hour. So it's just interesting to see how they solve the crimes.
Right.
Did that person die on the bridge? There's a guy who just jumped out of his car. That's a fucking amazing.
You think he was nauseous?
Was it just wind or was it an earthquake?
So we're watching a
It
video.
was wind. It was designed wrong, and it started happening all the time.
God.
And
We're watching a video of the Tacoma's Narrow Bridge, and anytime it goes windy, it starts to move up and down like it's a fruit roll-up or something.
Now wait, so that wasn't when it collapsed. That one,
And then
moment.
it
that was like a minute before it collapsed.
So the guy got off the bridge, yo?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was like kind of how Sam's sets went.
Just wobbly. And can you imagine being late for work? You're like, oh fuck, and then the bridge is wobbling. You're like, oh, Christ, not this again.
I know it's a windy day, but fuck it, I'll go over the bridge. I don't think today's going to be the.
The town smells like sour broccoli. It smells horrible.
Does it? Why? What do they make there?
They have it's like a lot of they dispose of a lot of animals there or something. It's some weird. They have some weird plants. Whenever they said plant, I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
So that bridge, that been repaired?
Yeah, this was. I think
No,
in
they
the
just
60s.
left it there.
That's amazing footage.
Just watching the bridge go back.
Yeah,
and forth,
man. And that's. Did it ever do that before it collapsed? Or there's the collapse from a different angle?
Yeah, it happened all the time.
Oh, it did. Okay.
Yeah.
So did anybody ever drive on it? I would think no.
I think they had.
Yeah,
to
there was
close
a car on it when that happened.
No, but I mean, like in any kind of number, like why would anybody drive on that bridge?
You have to look for a nice day. You have to put your fucking finger in your mouth and hold it out the window and go, all right, I think I'll survive.
It's the same shitty architect doing it again and again. He's like, this is the time. I think I got it.
The only positive is you're saying, well, look how far it goes before it collapses. That's like 8 feet in either direction. You're like, how is it not collapsing already?
Yeah, no, that's a great point too. Yeah.
I'd probably be nervous if that happened and I was on the bridge.
Wow, that's really great insight.
Thanks, man.
That's why you're on the air, man.
I'd probably be scared.
I would hate falling off a bridge as well.
Oh, wow. So you're in the same boat.
Same boat. as
Oh, let's
Jim.
poll the room.
Did anybody die when this happened?
I don't think so. I think they'd have closed it off at that point.
There was
I
a
would
guy
hope
on the
so.
bridge watching it move like that. Must have been how fucking horrifying.
Oh my God.
So that's the.
See, there's a guy. Oh, he's running this way.
Ah! The bridge is falling.
But I'm going to be on time for work. I did it.
He made it. Then you realize your wife and kids are in the car. You're like, oh, for Pete's sake.
Oh shoot!
Here comes another guy. Wow.
There it is.
I can't stop looking at this bridge collapse.
So that's where you were this weekend, Sam, in Tacoma.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good times.
Did you go to the place at the bridge, take your hat off and hold it by your chest?
I did. I paid
city's
my
also-
respects.
That city's also built on that steep hill. So even if you want to walk to the restaurant next door, it's straight, you're winded because it's straight up.
Like San Francisco.
Yeah.
Dude, it's brutal. At the hills, you go one block and you're like, fuck this shit. It's a lot.
So we were talking about the guy from Prodigy, of course. Did you guys see what Kid Rock was doing over the weekend?
No, I can't believe I haven't heard. That guy's very relevant.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Mackie, Jesus.
You talking about the early morning Stone Pimp?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Mackie loves to start celebrity shit, man.
He does.
Well, if you're going to start with the KID, Joe, I'm not going to take your side on this
Well,
one.
fair enough.
I'm always on the side of Rock. Kid Rock, he was hanging out with, and you could tell, this is a real Kid Rock move.
Yeah.
He went onto the golf course, and he was hanging out with Jack Nicklaus.
Whoa.
And he shot a hole-in-one on the golf course.
That's pretty.
That's pretty fucking badass, right? This is. You look at him.
He had to use the
He's the American badass. Look at him with his golf shirt on and everything. He's got his golf shorts. He's got the cigar in his mouth, hole in one.
He used the neon yellow ball from the mini golf.
You want to show a little personality.
They don't show the hit, just him taking the ball out?
Yeah, I guess they weren't
Is
video.
Kid Rock, isn't he considered to be a really good musician? I have a friend who's obsessed with Kid Rock.
Really?
Yeah, is that not true?
I mean, I'm obsessed with Kid Rock, but I don't know if me and your friend are obsessed in the same way.
Well, I think he's
like your friend's like sitting there going like, yeah, I wanted to be a musician because I saw Kid Rock?
He thinks that Kid Rock is a musical genius, and he's not a dumb guy. He's
I
really
agree
not.
with him.
Yes, he is.
What?
He's obsessed with them, man. He tried to quote lyrics. I'm like, don't quote. If you want to say like about his like musical ability, fine, but
You
don't
like that
quote lyrics.
stupid bada bada banga bang? Oh, that's
We
so
haven't even got to that.
Bar with the Bar is a badass song.
It's so bad.
Bunch of white boys pimping like the KID. That's a cool lyric. You don't think so, Sam?
I think it's pretty cool.
Thank you. Thank you. Finally,
like
somebody
it.
gets it.
It is cool. You're right.
Yes,
You've
Joe.
all turned around.
Yes,
It really
you
bugs
don't
me.
understand.
And he combined that Warren Zevon song, Werewolves of London, with
Right.
Yeah. With
Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, I
to
like
make
that
it even better.
combination. Yeah, I like that.
He's Kid Rock. He had hits in the 90s, in the late 90s
Yeah.
with Ball with the Ball, and into the early 2000s. He came back in the first decade of 2000, 2004, 2005 with Picture with Sheryl Crow. That was a hit. He then went into the second decade of the 2000s with your song, All Summer Night Long, or whatever it was
His
called.
lyrics stink.
What? What about in the song Cowboy when he goes when he's talking about the sheriff and he goes, I'm going to paint his town red, then paint his wife white.
Whoa, I don't get it.
He's gonna come all over the sheriff's white.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, you are. Okay, that's okay, Joe. You'll get it there.
The song should take longer to kick in.
Yeah.
The lyrics are so good. We don't have to.
Troy's headbanging.
You love it?
Oh.
What?
I mean, out of every Kid Rock song, this is probably the best one, but...
Thank you.
Ball with the ball. It's so embarrassing.
Yeah, no, I've lost a lot of respect for this friend because it's hurt our friendship because I can't take anything he recommends seriously because he loves Kid Rock.
He just sings here. It's the Twisted Brown Trucker Band that's doing the music for it.
It's basic power chords. There's nothing complicated.
He's
about
not even
any of
playing
this.
them.
File trading with fucking Jared would be less embarrassing than admitting you like this
He's
song.
like, step into my office. Listen. Listen to these lyrics, dude.
What about
turn this down just for a second. Turn this down for a second. Thank you. Fucking hate it.
Yeah. And the caps of meth. Yeah. He's doing meth, jack, whatever. He's fucking rocking. I mean, you know what he says to the haters too. And I believe he says, oh, this is what the lyric is. He says, I am American badass. Watch me kick. You can roll with rock, or you can suck my dick.
Hell yeah.
That's cool, man. That's a good lyric.
There's got to be more options than that.
Nah, dude. Kick goes directly to dick. That's how you write music,
Watch
dog.
me kick. Because he's thinking, like, I want to tell these guys to suck my dick. What rhymes with dick?
Remember, like, Limp Bizkit? Remember when they were, like, huge?
Of course. Sure. They were fucking awesome.
The Nookie. I mean, some of these songs.
That's
man,
a good
down.
song.
Wait.
That was a tune.
Sam, are you not down with the biscuit?
I love the Biscuit.
Oh, okay, good.
You know what's so strange is Eminem was out at the same time, and he's a lyrical genius. So you think Kid Rock and Fred Durst would be like, you know what? Maybe we should write these, rewrite them, kind of punch it up a little bit. But no, they're like, fuck it.
Fuck it. See, when you listen to, like, the Marshall Mathers LP, like the second Eminem album,
Turn this down.
you're like,
Yeah, dude.
You're like, this really
Nah, this
holds
is a
up.
Nookie, dog.
This, you could still listen to Eminem's second album,
Sure,
and go like, this is a classic album. And then you put on
which was the
Chocolate Starfish and the hot dog flavored water.
Which was the Fred Durst one where he's like a chainsaw? What?
Break Stuff.
Oh my god, that
Right.
one's so bad. We got to hear that one.
Do you want to hear Break Stuff?
Turn this off. This is fucking annoying me.
Jim's getting legit upset.
dude.
I hate this fucking stuff.
Okay, well, let's just play. He wants to play Break Stuff.
Hang on. I'll turn this on.
Sam Morril wants to hear Break Stuff.
Break
and he's
Stuff,
a guest.
dude.
I know you're getting very upset, Jim. But Sam Morril really wants to hear
I
Break
hate
Stuff.
this.
These are good lyrics. Yeah, it's like mud.
I don't hate this song.
Everything sucks.
Yeah.
Everything
I don't like.
sucks.
Everything sucks.
I don't like the lyrics, but I like the tempo. This is fine.
West Borland was cool.
West Borland until he went back to Limp Bizkit. He was cool because he left.
I still look at him. I'm like, West is cool.
That's got to suck to
But then he
leave
went
Limp
back
Bizkit
to Limp Bizkit.
and go crawling back.
Yeah.
Fred, it's Wes.
They did have DJ Lethal too from House of Pain. House of Pain was great.
You're right. DJ Lethal
House
was
of
great
Pain,
in
the
House of Pain.
Neverland Ranch.
DJ Lethal was great in House of Pain.
Yes, he was. that's what gave him a little bit
Turn
of
this
credibility.
down. This is fucking.
You getting bothered again?
You sound like an old man.
This is
Jim.
baby making music, dude.
Yeah, it is.
This is good shit.
How does Kid Rock end up golfing with Jack Nicklaus to begin with?
Because he's the fucking man.
They're both irrelevant.
Jack Nicklaus is like, I'm familiar with your entire catalog. You're wonderful.
Jack Nicklaus is like, I want the coolest motherfucking rock star I can find to get on the golf course with me. And Kid Rock is like, you called?
Alice Cooper was busy.
We can get you Paul McCartney. He's like, no. I want the kid.
KID.
Yeah, what's the
KID. Jack Nicklaus like, suck this dick.
Yeah. Do you guys want McCartney to show up? No, what's the bull guy up to?
You know what I mean? As much as you might goof on his music, he is a kind of lovable guy.
He's the fucking man.
I like him.
Yeah.
He's the man, and his music is great too.
Yeah.
We introduced him on the old Opie and Anthony in the afternoons. I remember on NEW, he came in. He brought Pam Anderson. She just sat and waited for him to do the interview. Of
course he did.
And then afterwards, the three of us went down to Philly and introduced him on the stage or opened the show or something.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
You should take great pride in that.
That's not. People say, "Oh, he's a nice. This artist is a nice guy." Doesn't mean he's any good. I mean, Sam's a nice guy.
I saw that one coming a mile away.
I did telegraph
that was a Hideo Nomo
bit.
setup for that horseshit payoff. Kid Rock. I love that he's hanging with Pam Anderson. Like he's just like wait in the back, and they're leaving. He's like, now suck this dick.
Exactly. That's cool.
Yeah, she just sat there. I took a picture with her. She looked really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you on that Pam Anderson roast back in the day?
No, I wasn't, Sam.
Oh.
How come? Were you busy?
I thought you weren't. You were on a bunch of them.
I was on one.
Really?
Were you busy for all the other ones?
Yeah, I was busy.
For all of them.
Shitty roast. I was on the Bob Saget one because he requested me. But my manager's like, Jim, come and those big fans. Shut up, Jonathan. They're not.
You don't think so?
No.
Oh.
Right. But no, the Gene Simmons one. There's a few other ones. That
was great. I saw
was
that
really
one.
Fun. One of my heroes.
That's manager talk. They're big fans. Why don't they put me anything? Look, they're very impressed.
Every general meeting, hey, we're big fans. Really, it's 5:30 on a Friday.
Exactly. Yeah.
Are you sure?
You do. We love your stuff. We'd love to be it. Shut up.
You don't believe him?
Shut the fuck up. No.
Oh, jeez.
Fucking hate it.
Yeah.
No, it annoys me.
That is a good question about how Kid Rock. I mean, do you think his manager sets up that meeting? Hey, kid, it's your manager. Jack Nicklaus really wants to sit down. He wants to go golfing with you. I have no idea how this happens, how this pairing happens. But clearly, Kid Rock is taking it seriously because he decided to show up in golf clothes.
Yeah.
He's not even wearing his rock clothes.
He likes golf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does look the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's aged well.
Yeah.
He has.
He's a fun guy.
He is.
He's my best friend.
Who was it that died at his place?
He's the best.
Who died at his place? There was
somebody died at Kid Rock's house?
Yes, it was a while ago. It was a
Do you
while
think it was
ago.
from rocking too hard?
No, they were in a fucking an all-terrain vehicle that overturned or something.
Do you think if they died at Kid Rock's house, they were worried that there's no way heaven could be cooler than where I'm at right now?
Yeah, it was a close friend of his. His assistant was killed. It was an ATV accident. Yeah, in Nashville.
Dude, remember the basketball player Jason Williams who shot his chauffeur?
That's right.
That was fucking insane.
Is he out of jail?
Yeah. I ran into him at a bar during, I think it was Hurricane Irene or something, and like the fucking Tool I Am. No, it was Jason, the other one. It was
I think there's a Y before the S.
Just put gun. Jason Williams gun.
It's not white chocolate. It's the other one. No, dude. And I was like, dude, you got to come to a show. And he was like, I'll be there. And shockingly, he never showed up. But
probably better off.
Dude, you got to come to a show.
I was fucking drunk.
Oh, all right.
I was drunk in a bar in Brooklyn.
Well, you probably couldn't get a ride. You think Uber drivers are just like, no.
Jack Nicklaus didn't show up for a show either.
If you've murdered someone, you should start with a 3-star rating.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. No can do.
18. He was just drunk with a shotgun, right?
Is that what happened?
Yeah. He was a fucking good rebounder.
What? He was a coward when he shot the.
Jason said he was being a coward on the night when he shot his limo driver to death and tried to cover it up out of selfishness. This went down at the end of 2016.
Okay.
It's really hard to cover up a death with a shotgun.
Yeah, exactly. He spent 8 hours cleaning the fucking wall.
Well, see, he had cancer that nobody knew about, so we tried to remove the tumor, and unfortunately, it's a shotgun-sized hole in his torso.
But he didn't mean to murder him, right? What was he doing? Was he just playing with a gun?
When you shoot somebody with a shotgun, like, you don't have to mean to murder them.
Right.
It's a lot of distance.
These are better parties than I get invited to. The check out my new gun party.
Right.
Yeah. Just got the fucking, there's these cars like the one in Pulp Fiction. Oh, he just went off in his hands and killed him. Okay.
He did. Unfortunately, he did. He only did 18 months, though.
Yeah.
How does somebody only do 18 months?
When
for
you
that?
fucking average 16 boards a game, 5 straight years.
That's all it is.
That's what you get, dude.
Think he still has money?
I don't know.
Did he get?
I bet he got sued for wrongful death for a hell of a lot of money.
You mean for shooting his chauffeur with a shotgun and killing him? Yeah.
Accidentally.
I would say that's a tough case to win. Jason Williams is an American retired bat. He has a net worth reportedly, according to Celebrity Net Worth, $60 million is what his reported net worth is.
He had a crazy fucked up life. His sister got murdered in their home.
Wow.
And he
By who?
By just some random killer.
Oh.
And he would get heckled that in like college games. People were like psychos.
Wow.
Games have changed a lot, you know?
Yeah, the people were. Who's the Portland Trailblazers? Was it Drexler and a few of them that ran into the fucking crowd because they were yelling shit about it was like a dead son or something?
Yeah, I think so. I remember that.
I don't remember
watching the shot.
Steve Kerr when he was at was it
Dude,
Arizona?
Yeah, his dad was like a diplomat who got assassinated.
Steve Kerr?
Steve Kerr, yeah.
Where was he? Where?
It was in Beirut or something.
Yeah, I think Lebanon, yeah.
Were fans bringing it up?
They,
Or
No,
you're
he
just saying it
got
happened?
heckled with it all the time in college.
Wow.
I think Lou Olson stopped the game to tell them to shut up.
Who did?
The former coach, college basketball coach.
His coach or another coach?
I think it was the opposing team's coach that stopped it.
Knock it off.
That's enough, guys.
Quit yelling about his dad.
Save it for the fourth quarter.
I appreciate your enthusiasm.
Yeah, wait till he's on the free throw line.
That's amazing. I mean, college has got to be the worst, though, because you just got a bunch of college kids, like a bunch of dudes in college that just are probably halfway drunk anyway and have no sort of anything about real life. Like, there's nothing in their heads except just trying to make things hurt.
He's a kid. That's crazy. You're like 18.
Yeah.
That was assassinated, huh?
Horrible.
It's just so funny because I remember that back when you used to be able to buy bootleg Boston Sucks t-shirts outside of Yankee Stadium, and then they stopped that because they were like, oh, we don't want to do this anymore. This is too much. This is too much. Meanwhile, years after that, you go to a college and they're making fun of a guy for his dad getting assassinated.
Yeah.
They probably didn't want people to get beat up outside the stadium either.
With the Boston Sucks shirts?
Probably, it was also to stop physical altercations. People who've been drinking.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I told you, my dad used to
dude,
just
this was epic. Remember this shit?
invited. He would show up to Yankee Stadium with his Red Sox hat every single time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, there's a man. The man almost made a hoop.
Okay. Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
dude, you don't fuck with Ben Wallace. Look
Wow,
at him.
is that Ben Wallace
Yeah.
pushing it? Well, he pushes hard.
Oh, dude, he benched like 460.
Ben
For like a
Wallace
basketball
pushes
player?
hard.
And those Pistons were bad motherfuckers.
Boy,
man.
does Ben Wallace shove hard.
He does.
You know, like when Ron Artest is backing down from a fight, you know that he fucked with someone serious.
That wasn't the shove that I really don't want to fight you, but I have to pretend like I want to fight you until
That was a real shove.
other
Dude, that's
taller
Steven
people-
Jackson on the Pacers. Like none of these dudes back down from fights. They're all like tough dudes.
Yeah. Somebody just threw a drink from the audience.
Oh yeah, and then
Hell yeah.
Ron Artest
yeah.
ran in. Good. And he didn't even punch the guy. He just kind of grabbed him.
Ron
Somebody threw a
Artest.
drink in
Oh
his
yeah, that
face.
one he punched.
His teammates throwing up to join him.
The
He
look
threw
on
a
that
punch.
guy's face. This
I like
was a
that
horrible
though.
idea.
You throw a drink in a guy's face and he's 6'5", you should get punched in the
Yeah,
face.
hell yeah. Plus, if you
deserve
have
it.
that kind of ego to throw. By the way, if you're Ron Artest, that's the move. Like, why are you going to fight Ben Wallace when you can fight a 150-pound fan?
That is true.
It's kind of awesome if you're a fan of the game to just go and you go to cheer and everything and you end up getting punched in the face by Ron Artest.
Yeah,
that's a
better
pretty
story.
It's pretty cool.
How was your game? I fought Steven Jackson tonight, dude.
Yeah, like I bought a program so I could remember my time at the game. Cool. I had to go to the hospital.
Yeah, someone threw a drink in his face, and then all of a sudden a fist came flying through the air.
I think that's awesome. I like that the other fans just want to get involved. They act like there's some kind of fan camaraderie, like, oh, we got to break this up. When in reality, they just want to be a part of it.
They called this like one of the saddest moments. I thought this was
great.
awesome. I loved this.
I don't feel any tears welling up.
There's a picture of a clown and a kid crying, and it's the worst part of it.
I would actually watch basketball if there was a real possibility of this happening. If there were brawls like this maybe once or twice a season, I would watch every game.
I'll look at
just
these
in
two
case.
enjoying each other.
That's not a hug, Jim.
Austin Crozier earned every bit of that contract there.
Come on, guys. Let's get back on the court. Let's play this game. Come on. Let's get back to playing.
What was his name? Reggie
Miller?
Reggie Miller, yeah. He was coaching at that point?
No, he was still playing.
Oh, he was in his suit, though.
He was probably injured.
Oh, I love a good fucking bench clearing brawl.
I'm just glad that he got all this fight. Ron Artest got all this fighting out of his
They're
system.
all throwing shit
and
at
he changed
him.
his name to Meta World Peace.
They were good this year. All these
they're
players
throwing
got
all kinds of
suspended for
shit
the
on him.
Jermaine
yeah, of
O'Neal,
course.
They all got suspended the whole year. They could have won it all that year.
They're throwing shit because they want the players to jump up in the
camera
crowd
just
too.
cut off another guy who did it.
Dude, if you can get a basketball player to punch you in the face, you got a pretty good shot.
You deserve that, though.
And making some money.
A guy who's 6'5", who you wouldn't do that to in a bar, you used to do that to see he has a uniform on. I love the guy punched him.
Did he get
there's
sued
another
or
one.
anything?
Say another one. Someone else got a drink thrown on him, and this fucking player's going after him.
Of course, now they're just trying.
Oh, my God.
He's just pouring shit all over him. Fuck you.
That guy just slowly dumped it on his head.
Everyone's just dumping shit all over the players.
That was a casual beverage
That's
dump.
what happens when you start a fight in Detroit. Fans will dump beer on your head.
Yeah.
That's like an $8 beer.
Remember when we were at that bar and that guy dumped a beer on you, Mackie?
Yeah, for no reason. We were walking out of that bar and
Mackie threw him.
we had no
reason. Was he a paying customer?
we didn't even have any talk. We didn't talk to him at all. And then he chased us down the stairs, and I shut the door and locked.
Yeah, Mackie pushed him out of the bar and locked the door in his face.
So you're at a bar and somebody just pours a beer on you?
For no reason. We had no conversation or anything. Just people at bars, you know.
Did you get rageful?
No, I didn't get rageful.
Mackie, you saw his strength, though. Mackie can throw down.
That's what I'm wondering. If that strength started, like if it came out and you just had that minute of rage.
Mackie grabbed the guy and pushed him out the door and then locked it in his face.
Locked the door. He was like pounding on the door. It was really funny.
Why did he pour beer on you?
No,
He was drunk.
No idea. No reason.
Did he say anything?
Nope.
No, he was just
Did
hammered.
Mackie turn red?
I think he was probably aiming for Sam.
Oh, that's the assumption. It's usually a safe bet, right? Yeah. Oh, then these other players that are not nearly as tough are just running back to the locker room with their heads ducked down, trying to avoid getting shit thrown at them.
Yeah, how about this? Why don't the security come in and clear the stands out? Like that area of this, movie you back 10 feet.
Yeah,
It's probably going to take a while to get
That's
the
true.
entire
just that
floor
little area
section
right-
of the...
Just that little area right around the fucking... that one guy dumped beer so slowly.
He did. Fuck you. I love it.
It seems when you see the cops at the games, they're all watching the game. Not
Damn.
not the-
Shun Ron Artest in the face.
What happened to Ben Wallace?
He retired. He had a great career.
He did, right?
Yeah, he was a badass.
You think he still has money?
Probably, yeah.
He was was he over 5'11"?
5'11"?
Yeah.
I got to tell
large
you,
arms.
I support the fans for throwing beer all over the players. I support the players for punching the fans. I just love everybody involved in this whole thing.
He shoved his face.
I love everybody. In this whole clip, everybody did exactly what they should have done. Nobody was trying to make the situation less serious.
What
and
happened?
I love that.
Did they all get fined?
I mean, most of those Pacers, they got suspended for... Artest got the whole year. I think Steven
The whole
Jack-
year?
Yeah. I mean, dude, for the NBA's image, it's horrible. You can't have him going
You
in the
can't
thing.
jump in the audience and beat people up.
How long ago did this...
They were cutting away to like kids crying, and you're like, "Ooh, this is bad
Kids
PR."
were weeping all over the place because
Little
imagine you
piece
go
of
to a
shit.
game.
Detroit, they're probably mad there was no shooting.
I mean, the NBA has a huge issue if this happened. You could easily sue for players jumping off the court and jumping into the stands and starting to beat people up.
He ran into those stands. Oh, I love it.
It's a huge legal issue. The whole team jumped into the stands to start fighting
Can we
people.
look that up? How long was Ron Artest suspended for? Ron Artest.
Steven Jackson got the next highest suspension. They were the two best. Oh, actually, they were two of the three best players probably in the
The
team.
whole season he got suspended.
Would you say this
Attested, yeah.
This happened in 2004. Would you say it's the greatest thing to ever happen in the NBA?
It's the greatest fight, and like, I mean, the league had to change everything after that.
That's awesome.
Dude, if you're a Knicks fan of late, yeah, it's
Wow. 5 players were charged with assault, a year of probation. 5 fans faced criminal charges, were banned from attending Pistons home games for life. Wow.
Damn, that hurts. If you're a fan, that really hurts.
If you're throwing liquor on a fucking, you're throwing beer on a fucking guy's face, yeah.
Yeah.
There was only 50 seconds left in the game. 97-82 blowout. So the Pistons were getting their asses kicked.
Do you think they were thinking that if we had just we could have just been cool for a minute and none of this would have ever happened?
Nah, because it was boiling. Those two franchises hated each other.
Oh, so he attacked the wrong guy. He said he attacked Michael Ryan. We thought through a cup at him, but the actual person was John Green, the man in the blue shirt to his left. So he attacked the wrong guy.
Yep, that'll happen. That's why you shouldn't jump into the crowd and beat people up because they're a crowd. It's very difficult to determine who's who. Plus, elbows get thrown. It's not good.
How tall was Ben Wallace?
It's like probably 7 feet.
God, that's a big dude.
Yeah, and he was like a jacked 7 foot. He wasn't just like a tall, lanky dude.
Did you see that we were talking about Bryce Harper?
Yeah.
A lot of money.
He got signed. Yeah, he's got one of those. Now, Bryce Harper's a young guy, though, right?
I think he's like 26, right?
So theoretically, he'll play for most of what he's signed for. Because he's signed for the Phillies till like 2031. Is that right?
13 years. Yeah. 13. God, it's
26.
baseball contracts are ridiculous.
He could play. He played 162 games, so at least the people are going to be able to make. He's only 6'9", Ben Wallace.
Oh, 6'9"?
Yeah, I would have thought bigger too.
Yeah, I thought he was 7 feet. Yeah, he's so. I don't know. He played bigger.
Only 6'9".
Yeah,
only 6'9", he says.
He could theoretically play for 13 years, though.
Yeah, he'll
he
end
play
his
till he's
career.
39, but I guess Philadelphia has to hope the dollar gets a lot weaker because he hit 249 last year.
Did he really? And still got that contract?
Yeah.
How many home runs?
I don't know. I don't.
4.
It wasn't his best year, but his
on
on-base
one
percentage
game.
was like in the 390s, so it was still good.
Babe
but
Ruth hit a lot of homers.
He did.
That's actually good insight too. They were saying that I looked at a graphic that somebody made, and Bobby Bonilla will actually be getting paid 4 years longer than Bryce Harper.
Hilarious.
That contract was so funny.
That's insane that exists.
Yeah,
that contract.
Great.
Well, they just. I would love to have a backloaded contract here at Sirius.
Isn't it amazing?
Wonderful.
But you don't have to keep doing shows.
Wonderful.
You know, you
paying me.
Yeah, you just keep paying.
Daddy.
So yeah, he said Bryce Harper is going to be playing with the Phillies. Yeah, for the rest of his career. I
Did you
suppose.
see the press conference where he said we just got to bring a championship back to DC?
Dude, it's
that was hilarious.
It's the best. This was his first press conference as a Philly.
It's what I want to do. You know, we want to bring a title back to DC. I want to be on Broad Street on a freaking boat or whatever, a thing, a bus, whatever it is, and, you know, have a trophy over my head and do that because that's what.
So he
Why
goes
DC?
on.
That's the wrong place.
It is. You're right about that,
He
Jim.
was playing for DC, and he just. We've all done that one where we're doing stand-up, and you say it's great to be here, and it's the wrong city.
Yeah.
Have you shouted out the wrong city?
Yeah, I did it in Indianapolis on the last Comic Standing Tour because we were just in Minneapolis, and I said Minneapolis. And yeah, I was roundly booed.
You were.
Oh yeah, you mentioned the rival.
They're both Appleses. Just give me a break.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why anybody, like, people in Philly now all of a sudden think that Bryce Harper is like a hometown boy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, he took the big money.
That's it.
You're taking the. That is hilarious to be that. Like clearly, he wanted to be in DC. You're used to saying DC.
Right. But the Phillies offered him a whole ton of money.
What's the DC team?
Nationals.
The Nationals.
How much money did he get from the Phillies for 13 years?
$330, man.
$330 million over 13 years. That's over $1 million a year.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
I'd have done it for $320 million.
You
He
wow!
would have saved $10 million.
The steal that they could have gotten with Joe Mackey.
Just undercutting Bryce.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. He how many? What's he play?
His
Baseball.
outfield.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's a baseball guy.
so he'll be in every game.
For that money, yeah.
Well, I'm saying pitchers. You know,
Some good
pitchers are
sports
valuable.
coverage, man.
Yeah,
We got our shit together.
we sure do.
Yeah. What position does he play? Okay, so he'll play baseball, right? Okay, cool. Yeah.
Are you still
Cool.
doing your show?
No, that's over a long time ago.
Why?
It was just
It wasn't very good. And
creative differences, you know.
Really awkward.
They wanted humor.
No, they really didn't actually.
Oh, no.
Anytime I make a joke, they'd be like, less of that. And I'd be like, I'm a comedian. They'd be like, yeah, we gotta not. I think they have a new team and they're doing it like in a Kia now. They wanted like the Kia sponsorship.
But so they're doing the show in a car?
I think so.
Like it's so funny because those
Yeah.
shows are not entertaining.
They
Nobody
suck.
Nobody wants to watch a show in a car. So while Kia's sitting there paying all this money to be like, oh yeah, our car is going to be the whole show. Nobody's going to watch it.
You're sitting in the car.
I don't know. Someone sent me like
Who's
a press
hosting
release
it?
thing. I don't know. I don't know who it was.
We looked that up. The new. What's the name of the show?
It's probably still People Talking Sports.
People Talking Sports on MSG.
It's really awkward, Jim, and antisocial that you would go, are you still doing the show? And he goes, no, it's been over for a long time. And you go, oh, why? Like, that could be really...
Did he leave it, or did they
Yeah, there
cancel
we go.
the show? Did Sam not want to do it anymore? I mean, that's a fair question.
wow, they got rid of you, but they kept that horrible name.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they do it in a car. They probably also enjoy the low-budget nature of it. I'm sure...
Yeah, car and a few GoPros, and you mic the guys, you will fucking lob them up.
You're still on the website.
Wow, look at your rom-com fucking...
back-to-back?
I'm embarrassed.
Why? Why? Let me see your rom-com picture. What's her name?
Liz Gonzalez.
Sam and Liz.
Sam and Liz. Uh-oh.
That looks like a CBS poster right there.
Yeah.
Liz has her thumb pointed in going, watch out for this guy.
Yeah, what's that? And he's pointing back at her like, come on, Liz, cut it out.
Yeah.
She won't let me do anything.
Yeah. Hey, Liz, get off my back.
Yeah.
Honey, I just want to go out for one beer with the guys. Come on.
No, I don't think so.
That was a cool picture.
You like it?
Man, those were some good times.
Yeah.
Some of the best days of my life.
You enjoyed it, right?
I had a good time.
Were there jokes you wanted to do that they wouldn't let you do?
Obviously, yes. My Ezekiel Elliott domestic violence chunk would get cut every week.
Really? Yeah.
Yes, on MSG, yeah.
So can you still go to games for free?
There's been, occasionally they'd hook it up, yeah.
Do you ever see Spike Lee courtside?
Yeah, we talk about it a lot. We have a lot to catch up on.
You do?
I said,
Mention
I
the
thought
Oscars.
Black Klansman was derivative, and no. No, I never talked
Actually,
to him.
Spike, I got to tell you, Green Book was terrific.
I loved it. I thought it was a story that needed to be told.
Absolutely.
And,
a lot of white heroes, Spike.
Yeah.
Did you see Green Book?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
No. I mean, it was like a cute movie.
Sounds
it was
like
fine.
schlock.
But it really was just the quintessential story of the white guy that's there to let the black guy know that sometimes it's white people that can cure racism.
I think that story needs to be told more often.
You do.
Yeah, I love it.
The white guy's just driving him around. I love it when the white guy proves to the black guy, see, black guy, we're all the same. Like, I think because that's what was happening back then.
I like the white guy who's racist, and then there's that midpoint of the movie where he's like, I didn't know other racism existed.
He learns
Right.
a lesson.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be racist anymore.
I like...
You rewatch some of those 80s, do you ever watch 48 Hours recently and you're like, holy shit, this is racist. Nick Nolte said some fucked up stuff.
Yeah. I gotta stop quoting him. I'm gonna get fired.
Yeah, it really was amazing what was just have a zag nut. What was just acceptable. Like, it would just get by as they're like, oh, there's a little dirty language in this.
Yeah, it was a comedy, and but that was a rough one.
Time has changed. Nick Nolte, sexiest man alive. To now. Holy shit.
That's probably the most dramatic change.
Best mugshot ever.
Remember when Nick Nolte in here? He's still the same guy.
Yes, he is.
You had him on here?
Oh, yeah.
His epic show where he played the president.
He was awesome.
Yeah, all I want to do is talk about 40 Q&A.
Q&A.
Fucking love that Nick Nolte.
He liked that you brought that up.
He did.
Yeah.
Because no one talks about it. It's all I talk about.
There's
you
only
ever see Q&A?
No, I never saw
Oh,
it.
come on. It's really good. Where is it? I have a really wonderful line from it, but I can't find it. I'm the worst at this.
Oh, my
forget
God.
it.
Oh,
I can't find it.
Jim.
What? I can't find it.
You still looking?
Yes, I am.
Well, we're not going to keep going. You need to find your line.
You guys talk. I'll do other stuff.
You're still looking.
No, I'm not.
You can't. You're looking right at your soundboard. How can you?
I'm listening to you.
How many possible buttons do you have?
Right there.
Don't you come in my hand, you cocksucker. I'll rip it off.
You literally just played it earlier today.
I know, but that's Q&A.
How did you not remember where it was?
Because I have really bad eye-hand coordination.
I see.
At least it was worth it. It was worth the wait.
It really was. It paid off.
Don't you come in my hand, you cocksucker. I'll rip it off. I'm Sophia. Remember that?
I never saw that.
Fucking
Nobody
trans
saw-
hooker. He's squeezing the fucking... He puts his hand in the panties and he's squeezing the balls. Ow, Lieutenant, you're hurting me. I'm Sophia. You're Sylvester, cocksucker. Great.
Why do you think anybody remembers Q&A?
The question is, why doesn't everyone remember
I see.
Q&A?
I've never even heard of it.
No, nobody has. Nobody has.
Timothy Hutton was not great in that.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Armand Desante was very good. Luis Guzman
Armand
was very good.
Desante, dude.
Yeah.
good.
Strip tease. Classic.
Striptease.
Sidney Lumet directed it.
Sidney Lumet was a man.
Yes, he was.
During my Q&A?
Yeah, fucking
okay.
Dominic Chianese is in it.
Dude, that last one, wasn't that Sidney Lumet Before the Devil Knows You're Dead?
I don't know.
Philip Seymour Hoffman?
I never saw that.
Oh, it's
Maybe,
fucking
though.
good.
I
Maybe
hate
right.
the name.
You might
It's a
be
good
right.
movie, though.
Yeah, there's a couple of old school guys that have been in here. Nick Nolte, obviously an old school guy. Michael Madsen
Ooh, wow.
is like as big an old school guy. He was sitting in here, and we were talking about, Me Too and all this stuff. And he was kind of talking about how it was like bullshit, And we were going, this is I don't know why.
This is the most Michael Madsen take you
This
could
is
have
a
had.
major Michael Madsen take. And then, I'm like, well, what about, some of these women are abused, physically abused. Like, that's a bad thing, no? And he goes, it happens. And he looked at me and he was like, you have a girlfriend? And I was like, I'm married. I've been with the same woman for a long time. And he was like, oh, perfect. You ever hit your wife? And I was like, no, Michael, I've never hit my wife. And he looked at me without breaking and he was like, you're a fucking liar.
He was a phenomenal guest.
I was like, Michael
my
Madsen,
God.
are you walking around life just assuming It happens to everybody.
I would literally hire him as a third mic.
Oh my god, that's insane!
You're a fucking liar. I was like, all right, Mike.
Oh my god,
because he just doesn't care.
No, he doesn't. He could
Damn.
give two shits. He's done with all of this.
He really is.
All the nonsense. He's the complete opposite end of the of political correctness. He's way on the other side.
I love when people scold you for shit. It's just telling them about that. It's just them, not you. You know, when they're just like those people that are like, you're like, you've hit women. You're fucking
exactly. Like I'm not lying, but you are trying to justify the fact that you hit women. Yeah.
Hey, go to Five-Bush Finkel. He played Preston Pearlstein in Q&A, a lawyer. I want to see what he did. I never knew his real name.
Oh, he was on Picket Fences, wasn't he?
Yes, he was on a whole bunch of stuff.
Well, he just. I didn't know that. Okay, I knew I'd seen him.
Yeah, he was on Picket Fences. He was on Boston Public. He played the principal, I believe.
Oh, he was on a lot of stuff, right? Okay.
The remake of Fantasy Island. There he is. Picket Fences. He played Douglas Wamba.
Who did he play in Fantasy Island?
Was the remake of Fantasy Island? It's
Right.
the 1999 version.
I prefer the original.
Of course you do. You're an older guy.
Who? Oh, is that Malcolm McDowell? Oh my God! I didn't know he played. He played Mr. Rourke. Oh, I wish
Nobody
he
watched
been,
Fantasy Island.
I wish he would have been like fucking like his Clockwork Orange character in Fantasy Island. Fucking tied up tattoo. Fucking put a ball in his mouth and fucked him. Ah, boss, it hurts.
Just hitting tattoo with a penis statue.
I was the Fat Black Pussycat like a few weeks ago. It was late. I was drunk and I was talking to a girl because I see Pulp Fiction's on TV and I'm like, this is my favorite movie, and it just cuts to the scene of the guy getting sodomized. Probably wasn't the best scene to point out.
No.
If this was a movie trailer, the next line would have been, "That's gonna leave a mark."
We should take a break. We're back.
Yeah.
We went super long for the first break.
Yeah,
but
you sitting there with a tenting heart on talking about that.
That's not the case.
Oh, all right.
I mean,
Kojak.
I've been watching. Troy's been Googling, trying to see if he can get tickets in advance now to the potential Neverland pedophile museum. So,
yeah.
Wow, Preston had a big break. Kojak in '77, he played Taylor. What's his name? Not Preston. The guy we just on Finkelstein, Finkelstein, or Five-ish Finkel.
Nobody know. You doing a radio show for no one.
I know. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. With no one. In 1977, and then 1985 was his next week. An 8-year fucking gap.
People in the room aren't even interested in what you're saying.
Doesn't matter. I'm interested. That's all that matters. All you can give them is yourself.
That's not true. Sure. I mean, that's the worst strategy I've
give
ever
them
heard.
what I got. Like, take what you want and leave the rest.
Yeah, I mean, you lost Joe and Sam like way into that. They literally don't know what you said.
Look, I'm showing them. Five-ish Finkel. We were talking about him. 1977, and as performers, they probably want to know, why is there a giant break? For instance, he was in Monticello, Here We Come in 1950, and then nothing until 1977.
That Kojak guest spot really opened things back up
It
for
sure
him.
did, but he was still at an 8-year lull. What the fuck was he doing? He did one thing
Probably
in
a kid.
35 years.
That is crazy.
It isn't crazy, Joe. You don't have to sell Jim's dumb premises.
Joe knows that that's crazy.
You don't have to sit here and pretend to be interested in what Jim's talking about.
Can you imagine a 35-year break?
There's no way that you're going to go home and
What year
think
was
to
he
yourself, "Oh man, Five-ish Finkel. That's crazy that he took a break." It's not that crazy.
What year was he born?
You don't care.
Well, 27 years, that's just a long time to not...
He was born in 1922, so he was 28 in 1950. So he began in 1950. It wasn't like he was a child actor.
That's right.
He does something, and then all of a sudden he doesn't do anything for 27 more fucking years.
I'm excited to see this.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to this is Michael Madsen informing me that that he thinks I abuse this woman.
Dogs attacking each other. And the guy in the elevator, he smacked his girlfriend. Have you ever smacked your girlfriend?
No.
You're a liar.
I think I beat my wife.
I think you do.
You do. Jim, can I just... Let's take a pause for a second. We can rewind slightly.
I was skinnier there.
I felt like... I don't think so, Jim. You look fantastic.
All right, thanks, pal.
But it did feel like you very quickly took Michael Madsen's
course I
side in
did.
that exchange. Jim, you don't think I hit my wife?
I mean, come on.
You think I'm a liar too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I do.
Big thing out of he beat the dogs and he had the dogs attacking each other. And the guy in the elevator, he smacked his girlfriend. Have you ever smacked your girlfriend?
No.
You're a liar.
You think I beat my wife?
I think you do.
You do?
You're a fucking liar.
No, I haven't fought a dog or a lady.
I don't don't believe you.
No, and you've had sex with both. So you don't believe him.
Excuse me, what was that?
No, don't worry about that. That's a whole different conversation.
So you don't believe him. You think that that's just something that guys do, and that the NFL is just kind of like, all right, it is what it is.
I think that sports should be sports.
Jim, you wanted to get him back on track.
Of course
with
I
me
did.
Specifically.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
you balling up your fist.
That's the best summary of domestic abuse I've ever heard. I think sports should be sports.
Yeah. Sports should be sports. Boys will be boys. Let's get out of the bedroom and back onto the field. All right, guys?
Is there anybody more fun to listen to than Michael Madsen, though?
Dude, even his delivery, I was sucked right in.
He's so good.
Apparently, lying is worse than domestic violence. Just call people right out.
He doesn't like liars.
No.
He doesn't like liars. But you know what's great? Like, everybody just knows this. Like, everybody just assumes that Michael Madsen would feel this way so much. This clip didn't make any news. They're like, yeah, it's Michael Madsen. What else is he going to do?
He's famous for cutting a guy's ear off in a movie.
Right. What other take would Michael Madsen have on this?
He improv the dance.
Did he really?
Yes, in Caught in the Middle with You. Yeah, it's great.
Reservoir Dogs?
Yeah. So good. All right, we got. I'm going to be in Orlando next weekend, not this weekend, but the 14th, 15th. I'll be at the Improv, and then April 4, 5, 6. I'm finally going back to San Francisco to do the Cubs.
And I've got to tell you, this Thursday through Saturday, all weekend, Joe Machi is going to be at Helium in Philly. Last weekend, we sent you there to see Mark Norman. This weekend, we will send you there to see Joe Machi Thursday through Saturday at Helium in Philly. And then in a couple weeks, March 14th through 16th, Vermont. Sam Morril is coming your way at Vermont Comedy Club in Burlington. And of course, you can listen to the Keeping Joe podcast with both Joe and Sam, although for the life of me, I don't know if Travis has something against you, Sam.
Yeah.
But nobody has come in promoting the Keeping Joe podcast with your name being on it. Whether you're coming in or Joe's coming in or Phil coming in, every time the plug reads Keeping Joe podcast with Joe Machi and Phil Hanley is available on iTunes through Riotcast.
Why, Travis?
And Phil is clearly
But that's
the
on
weakest
Sam's
link.
plug sheet.
Yeah, you wrote that.
Right. It's on Sam's plug sheet, so it's implying that he's on the program. I don't have to write Keeping Joe podcast.
It's on. So how come on Joe Machi's podcast, it says Keeping Joe podcast with Joe Machi and Phil Hanley is available.
That is a copy paste.
You usually only list the biggest stars.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that makes sense.
Rule of two.
You copy and paste that.
Joe. You're a liar.
Why couldn't we
You
have
copy
Phil
and paste
in
that
too?
onto
All three.
everybody's sheet.
Have
coming in
Phil
later
next
this week.
time, yeah.
No, but I mean, all three of you together. We've been like we've been like two shows doing a show together.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, you're right, dude. We totally
Phil's in on Wednesday.
Do you know
totally missed that one.
Sam did a pretty good impression of
Michael Madsen.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we should get Sam to do some more of those lines, and we can isolate that audio play back.
Like I got like in your head where you were like, it'd be fun to get Sam to do this.
The best part was watching that you lose faith in that as you said it.
I didn't get the car wreck thing because it's going to take you half an hour to find it.
No, it won't.
You're a crumb freak.
Look, you little shit! You fucking old bitch!
Damn it. Oh, Joe.
You stupid fucking cunt.
All right, let's go to break.
Where did you learn your trade, you stupid fucking cunt, you idiot?
We'll be right back with Joe Machi and Sam Morril. Stay tuned.
That's the cool part.
Tracks the Mac and slap back the whack.
That's the record scratch.
Oh, I didn't notice there was a record scratch. I'm talking lyrically.
Do you like those lyrics?
No, I hate them.
Yeah, but what about when he says boy bands are trash? I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's kind of an edgy take, no?
Absolutely. Eminem, too.
Did he say that too?
Yeah, well, they went after boy bands. You know, they really took the tough target.
That's scary. That's a little scary to say.
I'm still waiting for the Backstreet Boys to throw it back in Kid Rock's face.
Oh, that's going to get dangerous.
I would have liked if they actually went back at like Eminem.
Just like acapella.
Yeah. Fucking. You're not so cool either, dude.
What do you enjoy listening to, Joe?
I like some classic rock.
Like Kid Rock?
No, classic rock.
Mackie's a Hanson guy, man.
I like The Doors. I like Zeppelin, stuff like that. You know.
You don't like to take a lot of risks.
I like some kind of
hear Stairway to Heaven?
I'm sorry?
You ever hear Stairway to Heaven?
It's a good song. It's actually
Yeah,
it's
going
so
out on a
funny.
limb.
The most popular chart success they had was Whole Lotta Love. It's always like the shittiest songs that are the most popular.
Yeah, it's not a great song.
No.
You don't like Whole Lotta Love?
Whole Lot of Love.
And that pretentious half-hour thing that he does with the bow that goes on forever.
I don't remember that part.
Oh, it's
There's
brutal.
a whole lot of love.
Yeah, Kid Rock doesn't do any of that bullshit. By the way, if you want to see Sam Morril and Joe Machi tonight, if tonight's the night you're looking for comedy.
Wait, is this true?
Yes, they're going to be at the Village Underground, and it starts at 8 p.m. It's for charity. Sam and Joe are both going to be there. Todd Barry, Michelle Wolf, David Towle. And what's the charity for?
It's Keen. It's Kids Enjoy Exercise Now. It's for kids with developmental disabilities. They get a chance to participate in some sporting events around the city.
I want to go touch a pair of tits.
Nobody can read the phone screen yet.
No, I know, but we should. I want to know.
I know.
I want to touch a pair of tits.
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what just happened.
I apologize.
I don't know.
I get a little hyped up.
Mike in New Jersey.
Mike!
What's up, boys?
Hey, man.
Hey, Brent from the Howard Stern show, his wife just had breast implants, and he threw it out that anyone from Sirius Radio that works there can come in and film. And I was just wondering if you boys would be willing to go and do that.
Where is the woman?
Probably.
It's his wife.
Oh, but where is she?
She just did him.
She in the green room?
She's not. No, she'll be coming in probably next week.
Okay.
They didn't set the day yet because they're healing. But he threw it out that anybody can go and film from.
I got the same standing offer from Joe, so I don't really need that.
Yeah, you should probably wait till she offers it, though, not her husband.
For the record, I would like. Well, she comes in. That's she's giving into it. So yeah, I would be very interested in touching her tits
at that time.
Doing what?
Hell,
We actually also, I know, like we also do a radio show.
Well, that's fine. You can cover for 10 minutes while I go grab a pair of tits. Love to.
There you go, Jim.
Thanks. Oh, thank you very much. Love to go grab some tits.
Hell yeah.
Wouldn't you?
Thank you, Mike.
Grabbing
It's like 80s sex comedy. You come in, you're like, I touched him.
Yeah.
It's fucking cool. It was awesome. Remember, like every one of those, like fucking, like Porky's or like, oh god,
yeah,
Revenge of the Nerds.
We have Bush.
Oh yeah,
booger, goddamn,
naked chicks. Fuck yeah.
Before the internet, so you saw some fucking pussy.
Oh
hair.
yeah.
Just a bunch of dudes planting some cameras in the female dorm, man.
Did you see, speaking of our last conversation with Michael Madsen, it got me to thinking. Did you see what happened with the guy who runs the San Francisco Giants? Is he the owner? Or CEO?
CEO.
Oh, he got in trouble for something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys tell me. I mean, this is kind of bullshit. He was arguing with his wife, and
over the cell phone.
Yeah, they released a joint statement, though, that she fell off a chair.
Well, she did while he was grabbing for the phone.
Oh, and she just fell down.
It wasn't. He didn't. It was almost like they were struggling for the phone.
Well, let's see the.
And she tumbled back.
Let's see the scroll down, Troy. Let's see the video. Yeah, right. TMZ, unfortunately for them, caught it.
Yeah.
And let's see if she just takes a little tumble. She's just a little clumsy. Yeah. There he is. He's trying to grab the phone, and he pulls her down with it.
She's screaming, "Oh my god,
dude!" If you're the CEO of a baseball team and you're in public,
that is the most violent act outside a juice shop.
He was just he was basically just taking the phone from her, and she moved her arm, and he got wrapped down. She fell off, like struggling for the phone.
He pulled her to the floor. It seemed like he pulled her. Like
no, he was yanking the phone.
Yeah,
he did not fall down.
No, he was yanking the phone and dragged her off.
Do you believe their statement? Like
I'm watching it, and I know that there was a mistake. He didn't mean to knock her over. He just wanted the phone.
His hand was still on the phone while she was on the ground.
Let me see it again.
He pulled her.
He's doing something. He wants to get back his phone. See, she's got.
He's pulling her whole body. He doesn't care.
No, he's not. No, she's pulling away. He's not trying to knock her over. It was a stupid thing in a struggle for the phone. She's pulling away. He's going.
If
for the phone.
I was trying to get my phone for my wife, and it seemed like she was about to fall off a chair, I'd probably stop going for the phone at that point.
Depends on what.
Also, you probably wouldn't walk away right after.
And then I wouldn't grab the phone then and walk away.
Well, after she fell, he was still kind of going for that.
He was still going for the phone.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Something tells me that there was. He might have been maybe hiding something.
Well, luckily it doesn't seem like that now. It's definitely not suspicious to throw your wife off a chair in a quest for a phone.
Watch.
She's probably going to go like this. Oh, he just threw me off a chair to get a phone. I'm sure there's nothing to hide on that phone.
They said she was texting a family member or something. I don't know what was going on. Let's see.
Well, luckily, I'm sure the family member won't see this.
Here we go. See, he's grabbing the phone, and he's going. He's not trying to knock her over. No, it happened, but it was just, she's yelling.
On her way down, he doesn't care if she gets knocked over.
I don't blame him. He wanted the phone. She's fine. Learn to sit properly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did he step down?
No, he hasn't stepped down.
Not gonna step down.
They released a joint statement together that she said I believe, was the word clumsy actually used in the statement?
They're both deeply embarrassed.
Yeah, she said, I did not sustain injury based on what happened today. Larry and I always have been and still are happily married.
There you go.
The word always, I think at least in that moment, when you're being removed from a chair, probably in that moment, you weren't happily married.
She didn't get removed, though. She fell. He was going for the fall. Yes,
she was removed from the chair.
No. She was pulling back from the away from him.
Oh my God!
Watch it again.
I've watched it 100 times already.
He wanted the phone more than he wanted her to stay in that chair.
He removed her from the chair. She wouldn't have fallen off the chair had it not been for physical force.
Look right there. Watch. He's grabbing it. He didn't mean to do it.
He pulls her off the chair.
No, it was accidental. She fell. She was going the other way.
She didn't fall.
Yeah,
he pulled her off the chair in a quest for the phone. That doesn't mean he didn't pull her off the chair.
She would not have just fallen off that chair on her own. She was not about to fall off that
then
chair.
again,
Probably
he
not.
He wouldn't have if she didn't have the phone.
There was literally nothing she could have done to keep herself on the chair.
Hand the phone over.
Because somebody was pulling her off of
on
it.
the phone, yes, but not intentional.
Somebody pulled her off the chair by the phone,
but not intentional. Well, she let go of the phone.
It didn't look good.
No,
it does not look good.
No. But yes,
where are they? Are they outside?
They're like at a park. They're sitting at
the juice place.
Yeah, they thought they were just having juices. She was like, I think I'm gonna invite my sister over. He goes, don't invite your fucking sister over again.
That was embarrassing.
And he decided to drag her across town by the phone.
And the other guy had his feet up on the other chair, just completely oblivious.
I don't know what's going on over there. Yeah, he had his headphones on. He just hadn't looked up
How
yet.
did somebody film that? Like, how did somebody have a camera going the second that happened?
They were probably arguing pretty loudly before. Like, you don't go from zero to pull my wife off a chair.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were probably arguing pretty loudly, and he was like, oh, I think that's the guy from the Giants. Oh, my God, he just pulled his wife off a chair.
Who recognizes the owner?
I know. I never would either.
I wouldn't either, but maybe in San Francisco.
No, if you're a fan of the team, you know what the owner looks like.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recognize Brian Cashman from the Yankees, though.
Yeah, you would. You don't know what he looks like?
But if he was just out, I do. But if he was out and about arguing, I wouldn't know that's Brian Cashman.
I wouldn't know what Bob Nutting of the Pirates looks like. Go Pirates.
Was that car crash?
Yeah. Wow. Oof. Go on now, get down there and lick my asshole. What kind of pirate are you?
Should I just put the microphone further away so I can't talk into it for a while?
I want to rip the mic like he did at his wife's phone.
And then go, no, Joe, I was just taking your mic away.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
So we don't know what's on the phone, though.
No, they decided not to say in their...
Well, it's either he was doing something wrong or I've heard that she was texting a family member or something. But again, that might
makes
be
sense.
the cover.
Yeah, I'm sure it's the cover. It says Major League Baseball is aware of the incident, and just like any other situation like this, will immediately begin to gather the facts.
Yeah,
we will have no further comment until this process is completed.
It is weird that it's clearly it's a marital dispute. It's weird that it's news.
It's really not. It's just having the caught on film.
Yeah,
right. Like that's why if this had happened in their house, it wouldn't have even been a thing that anybody ever talked about. But you can't do this outside of juice bars if you're a owner of a baseball team.
Depends on what she's about to find.
I guess
maybe she was going to text somebody something she shouldn't have. That's my husband.
What's worse, whatever was on that phone, or if TMZ gets
act.
You like that one, Troy?
Yeah. Joe, you didn't care for that?
I didn't.
Joe looks very upset, and he looks. Joe looks upset that he was hoping that Sam was not going to get a laugh on that.
Yeah,
and everybody in here did give it a chuckle.
Seems like you have a low bar for comedians who's not doing that good.
Oh, come on. Well put.
Not doing that well, you pussy.
Who's not doing that good? Comedians who's not doing that good.
You stupid fucking blabbermouth cunt!
Stink, Mackie.
That was what he said when he...
Fuck off!
That was the argument he was having with his wife.
You stupid fuck.
He's like, I don't want to give you the phone.
I'll take that disc, man, and I'll ram it up your box.
He calls the phone a disc man. He's like one of those old guys that just confuses technology. Give me the fucking disc man.
Hey, easy. It's the kid's mother. I love Phil Leotardo.
You fucking cunt.
Oh, Phil Leotardo is so beautifully hateable.
Oh, he's amazing.
Such an awful... When he gets whacked, it's one of the best... That's one of the best whackings ever.
Because he deserves it.
He deserves it.
He really deserves it.
It's a gruesome death.
Yeah.
And then the kid vomits at the end.
Yeah.
I wound up watching the ending scene last night. I haven't seen the ending in so long.
The last scene
it really
of the series?
was so great, yeah.
Yeah. And when you can take it out of the context of
Watching it live.
Yeah, when we're waiting for a big moment, when you're just like, let me just watch this and appreciate a good TV show. It's incredible. The ending is amazing.
And they wanted to do it silent with no letters, I think just for black, which would make me think death, but the unions wouldn't allow them. They had, no, you have to show the director. Like they wouldn't for that episode.
Oh, meaning they wanted to have no credits on the episode?
Nothing.
And just
let it go.
Go black.
Yeah, The Sopranos, it's my favorite show ever. I think
it's the best TV show of all time.
I have to say it might be.
Yeah.
It's so flawless.
The Wire's close for you, right?
I think I prefer The Wire because the Sopranos got there was times with certain Furio, her fucking stupid trip with her dumb friend overseas. There was a few things that the Sopranos did that I didn't love, but even those I didn't hate.
But it was, you know what's crazy about The Sopranos is just like to be that compelling, but also it's like the funniest show.
Yeah,
it's so funny.
It's so fucking funny.
Yeah, yeah.
And you ever see when Big Pussy gets whacked?
No spoilers.
It's a great scene.
They said that Ray Liotta has been cast in the Sopranos prequel that they're doing.
I love it.
You know, they're doing
Did you see
David
Kyle
Chase
Dunnigan do the Ray Liotta thing?
I don't,
Chantix
dude,
ad?
you got to fucking see this.
Is it on Instagram?
It's on Instagram.
What did you go to Kyle Dunnigan's Instagram?
Oh my god, he's so fucking funny.
Kyle's very funny.
He's the best on Instagram.
It's
the best.
His impressions are spot on.
He does a great Caitlyn.
Oh my god, they're all. But it's probably down a little bit. He did it a while. It's there it is.
Right here. Yep.
Yeah.
Go for it, Troyquan.
It's just so good.
I tried everything to quit smoking. Cocaine, everything. Nothing worked. Then I tried fucking Chantix. What's Chantix?
It's the drug you take to abstain from smoking.
Stop smoking?
Yes, to stop smoking.
Why would you want to do that? Hey, I'm Ray, and I quit fucking smoking with fucking Chantix. So try Chantix.
Ray.
Yeah.
You can't swear.
I'm Ray, and I stopped smoking with fucking Chantix. So you should fucking get Chantix. I'm just talking to myself. It's weird, you know. Yeah. If I got a scene I'm doing, I'll beat you in the fucking head if you don't try fucking Chantix, Karen. That's how you sell product.
You're not smoking.
Yeah, I can. One of the greatest actors of all time. I can pretend I'm not fucking smoking.
Got a
And then
cigarette
later
in
you can
his
see
mouth.
you had a cigarette out. What are we shooting? I tried everything.
Oh, it's great.
Dude, it's really good.
Guy
He's
keeps
so
putting a
good.
cigarette in his mouth. Oh,
God damn, he's good.
He's very funny.
yeah. I'm looking forward to the to see what they're going to do with that Sopranos prequel.
Yeah,
I have faith that
is that
David
gonna
Chase will do
is
a
that
good
gonna
job.
be Tony's dad?
Yeah.
Ray Liotta's playing the dad.
I don't know if I don't think Ray Liotta's playing the dad.
I know Tony's James'
Gandolfini's son is
playing
in it.
him. Yeah,
Fuck.
He's playing
I
young.
can't believe he's dead. Such a good actor.
I
man.
know, man.
Incredible.
So I'll never forgive myself for not meeting him when he was at Sirius.
And like you want to think that Tony that he wasn't that great of an actor. He was just kind of playing a version of himself dialed up to 11. But then anytime you saw a version Gandolfini just doing an interview by himself, you're like he had nothing to do with Tony
There's
Soprano.
nothing like Tony Soprano.
Right. They don't move the same. They don't look the same. They don't breathe the same.
He had that soft voice.
Oh my god, yeah, that inside the actor studio with him
Yeah.
was so good. He's so that I remember him just talking about like getting angry and putting a rock in his shoe to get angry
when he had
before
to be in a
scene.
bad mood. Yeah,
Yeah.
he would walk around the rock in his shoe.
Yeah, you want to believe that Tony has that murderous rage in him at all times, but you're like, he's just an actor with a rock in his shoe.
You ever have a rock in your shoe? I mean, it does get you upset.
I read this interview. I think it was like Steve Buscemi said that they did this scene in a diner and he just kept eating eggs he must have had like 7,000 calories or something. Like most actors fake it. He's just eating.
Right. Because Tony ate.
Fucking ate, dude.
That's awesome.
That
man.
was the best show.
Yeah, I think Sopranos is the best show of all time. I actually think Breaking Bad is on my list of best shows of all time. It's on my Mount
Just for
Rushmore.
rewatches though, Sopranos is the easiest one to rewatch because it's just so funny.
Breaking Bad is I rewatched Breaking Bad recently, the whole series.
Yeah.
Still great. Still really
It's
fucking
great, but I just put Sopranos for me personally number
Because
one.
Sopranos you could turn on any episode.
I
and
hate
just
the
like,
kid so much in Breaking Bad, and I didn't like the fact that they only did that kid to give him a motive that the audience could swallow. But the acting was great in that, and the storytelling was really good.
But they had to have a motive. What else would they have done?
No. But a motive is one thing, but motives are usually not that cut and dry and palatable.
On the nose?
Yeah, like they're not usually that palatable for everyone. There's a lot of greed in it. You know,
right.
I see.
I didn't need a motive that I could go, okay, I can.
You mean to
still
make
like
him more likable?
Likable. It's like an executive's idea. Well, the kid's fucked up.
Yeah, but they had to get there because the greed built over seasons.
It did, yeah. But
he broke bad.
I just didn't like that they gave him the motives that they gave. Like Dexter. I have my same problem with Dexter.
I haven't watched any of those shows, but if you guys want to talk about Battlestar Galactica, maybe we can shift the conversation.
Remember Tweaky?
Tweaky?
Wasn't he in Battlestar Galactica?
I don't know who that is. That a character from Breaking Bad?
No.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about either, bro.
Look up Tweaky. I thought he was fucking.
You're probably thinking of like Danger, Danger, Will Robinson or one of those old shows.
Was it Buck Rogers? I'm sorry, it might have been Buck Rogers. Yep, sorry.
Buck Rogers is a much older show. Okay, so I was right on the money.
Yeah, Tweaky would always go to BD. I hated Tweaky.
What do you do? Is he just like Dennis Falcone when he's got a Christmas gift on his head? Troy, when you gave Dennis Falcone that heartfelt Christmas gift, what was it again that you gave him?
I gave him, it was a transmitter tube for a radio station.
Did you put a lot of thought into it?
Yeah.
And what did he do with it?
He put it on his head and went beep boop, beep boop.
Did that annoy you?
Fuck him.
Wow, holy shit.
Troy was so pissed off.
Still pissed.
He got Dennis's name and, we did Secret Santas and he gave Dennis like a piece of radio memorabilia. He thought he was like, I know, like Troy makes fun of Dennis a lot, but it was going to be the moment that Troy and Dennis have their, like, Dennis goes, oh, Troy really does care about me. And they are like, we tease each other a lot, but we're brothers in this thing. We love each other. And instead he goes like, oh, really nice, and he puts it on his head and goes beep boop beep boop beep boop.
And then you said rate it 1 to 10 as far as a gift. He gave it a 5.
And then I gave Travis a Wendy's gift card for his present. And Dennis in the corner goes, "Ooh, Wendy's!" It's just like, oh, Troy, I'm sorry, bud.
Wendy's is underrated.
I do like Wendy's.
Baked potato and a Frosty.
You do fast food, Joe?
Oh yeah, I do.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought that.
Why? What do you think he eats?
I would have thought it mainly salads and like a vegan diet.
No, not this guy.
Oh, okay.
Me and Michael Madsen, we go down to Arby's. We get the roast beef and cheese, cheddar melt.
Backhand slap a couple of women.
I don't do that.
I think you do.
No.
Yeah, I think you do.
You call me a liar?
Joe is hoping to get successful enough in comedy that he can build his own Neverland.
That's not true.
Did you watch the Michael Jackson documentary?
No, I don't have cable. That's why when people are talking about shows, it's always so frustrating because everyone's like, it's the greatest thing ever. And I'm like,
why don't you buy cable?
I watch a lot of science fiction and documentaries. I just don't have much interest in cable.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what people have a lot of interest in.
Good seg.
And that's Joe Machi and that's Sam Morril. People are interested in these guys. Tonight, you can see them at the Village Underground, and it's for charity at 8 p.m. alongside Todd Barry, Michelle Wolf, and David Tell. You can also see, if you're in Philly, Joe Machi this Thursday through Saturday over at the Helium in Philadelphia. March 14th through 16th. You can see Sam Morril in Vermont at the Vermont Comedy Club in Burlington. And of course, regardless of what Travis wants people to think, both Sam Morril and Joe Machi, along with Phil Hanley, are on the Keeping Joe podcast, available everywhere podcasts are available.
Yes. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Bye.